And we are recording, guys. So once again, guys, welcome to the masterclass. Inside of this, I'm going to show you how to generate $500 in 7 days with my AI model subscriber system. I am Maddie from Imagine Education. I'm also known as the AI Warlord. And as I mentioned, lock in right now. Phones on silent, turn off social media, turn off the Academy Awards if you're watching that. That stuff is garbage for your brain. Hollywood is going to rot you. It's all a conspiracy. They're all after you and your blood. They want you to drink adrenochrome and stuff. I'm kidding, guys. Don't worry. But the next 90 minutes could seriously change your life. And like I said, stay into the end. I'll show you a way to get a free AI model plus 30 days of content absolutely for free. And we'll go into everything else. All right, guys? So what you're going to be learning today, I'm going to show you how to nail your niche, why going specific makes you 10x more money than going with a generic little AI cutesy fun model, okay? Creating amazing AI content, I'm going to show you how to do that, the exact tools, the prompts you can use to generate scroll stopping content fast. But also, I'm going to show you guys some other things as well. All right, guys? Love the lamp. Awesome. Appreciate that, guys. Cool. Can you guys not see my screen? I think I didn't share my screen, did I? Only see you, not your action. See, that's what happens, guys. That's why I got this open. Bear with me for a second. Cool, and hold on. Share my screen, of course. There we go. Classic Zoom. That is classic. All right, guys, can you see my screen? It should say what you'll learn today. Can you guys see this? Let me know. Let me know if you can use. All right, there we go. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So once again, I'm going to show you how to nail your niche. I'm going to show you why going specific makes you way better than generic models. I'm going to show you how to use and create amazing content using the most up-to-date, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge tools, how to create the content, how to plan in advance as well, and how to actually set up your fan view properly for conversions. Everyone skips this. I just recorded a brand new YouTube video for everyone, by the way. So don't worry about that. Now, you guys might be wondering, who am I? Why should you listen to me, guys? So I am the head coach at Imagine Education. I've helped 500 plus students currently help them build their AI model businesses. I'm an expert. I've been in the digital marketing space for about 10 years. I was just like you a couple of years ago, though. I was on a webinar just like this over 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, this AI model stuff seems interesting. Oh, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I'll hop on one of these discovery calls with these guys, see what it's about. And then I signed up from there, right? Joined the beta program of the mentorship. And back then it was very basic. There was just one weekly coaching call where they told you what to do and then you had to implement it. And you couldn't join the next call the next week unless you implemented all that stuff. Okay. So I joined just like you and was very successful, right? I've been extremely successful, made a lot of money doing this stuff. So you guys should probably listen to me. Okay. And again, I've helped students earn $1,000 a month all the way to $50,000 plus, even some of them a lot more. We have $10 million, though, in verified student earnings, right? None of the other coaching companies out there have that as well. When it comes to Imagine Education, they don't have an exclusive partnership with FanView either. We are the only AI model coaching company that has an exclusive partnership with FanView as well, right? And I'm part of the community inside of the mentorship, but also inside of the AI model method. I just did the whole AI course. So if you guys saw me inside of there, the 4.0 version, that is me inside of there. So that is me. Hey, what's up? There I am. All right. Not wearing as spiff a suit as I am right now. And when it comes to Imagine Education, we've been around for 2.5 years at this point, providing step-by-step systems for real people to get repeatable income with their AI models. And these are the strategies used by the top 1% of creators on FanView, even the 0.1%, I would say. And again, we have the number one AI model mentorship community online. We're the only ones who have a partnership exclusively with FanView. And again, we give you the step-by-step systems for real repeatable income, all right? And in case you guys are interested a little bit more about who I am, I do have a YouTube channel. And again, I did record a bunch of videos brand new just for you guys. So you can subscribe there. Go to youtube.com/at the AI Warlord. I'm also on Instagram at the AI Warlord. And again, a little bit quick plug there, just so you guys can, see a little bit more about me and what I do. All right. But here's some examples of some of the students I helped. Okay. Jason came to us, right, last year, and he's like, oh, I've never done this AI model stuff. I don't really have any tech experience. Right. And I'm like, cool, man. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, that's better actually that you have no experience if you're young, because you won't undo a lot of stuff. Right here. Use this tool, create this amount of content, start posting to Instagram. And sure enough, within 2 months, he basically started hitting $6,000, $7,000 a month. But even then, within a few months, he'd hit $24,000 in sales, right? Same with Raj. Raj barely spoke a lick of English, right? Fresh off the boat, as they say. I didn't come up with that saying. Someone else told it to me. He said it himself, in fact, right? Could barely speak a lick of English, yet somehow scaled to $20,000 plus in earnings within a few months, okay? Even then, it was probably within a month from what I remember. But yeah, absolutely crushed it with his AI model within 30 days. So again, you can be just like these students that I've helped as well, right? Last month, to give you some recent examples though, Song Duke here on my YouTube channel, just did a whole case study interview with him as well. Did 15K in February with just one AI model, right? Fellow Canadian guy, shout out to Canada, whoop whoop. We're the best. Sorry, everyone else. Sorry, America. Sorry, Europe. Sorry, everyone else in the world. We're just the best. That's the way it is, right? It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. We're the nicest, but we're also the best, right? So yeah, we like winning. So again, he hit 15K last month with one AI model, right? We had one student that I helped hit $27,000 in 1 week with their AI model. All right. Not a bad start to the month, as Ivor, one of our other coaches, said, right? So again, you can be just like him if you follow the systems that I'm talking about inside of this masterclass. Otherwise, as well, we had Oliver. Just did a whole interview with him as well, which will be live on my YouTube channel this Tuesday, at the latest Wednesday at this point. And he did 25K last month. And he's French Canadian. He barely speaks any English, right? You can see he answered me in French here, and he finished at February at 25K, right? And that's American, right? That's like, probably like $300,000 Canadian at this point with the currency exchange. But yeah, 25K American, okay? So yeah, that's the kind of results you can see at this point, okay? And we have another student as well who last month, I'm pretty sure he probably did more than this, but he was on track for 40K, maybe even potentially hit over 50K. I need to check in with him at this point, haven't heard back. But he did 22,000 in a couple of weeks as well. And again, if you follow these systems that we teach inside of Imagine Education, you can be successful just like these students, as long as you stick to the system, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, guys? You guys excited? Oh, I'm feeling it, guys. Let me take a little sip of coffee from my Cheetos mug. And we're going to crush it, guys. So here's what I promised you today, guys. I want you to land your first high paying subscriber in the next 7 days or less. Even if you don't have a massive following, even if you have no idea what AI is, and without any sort of trial and error and guesswork as well, right? I just want to give you guys the exact system that we've used to help students hit 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 25, 30, even $50,000 in a single month, okay? That's my whole goal of this thing. That's what I promised you today, all right? But there's a big problem you guys are facing right now, okay? You guys are working your asses off and you're seeing very little to no results. You're probably posting content daily, but you're not getting any subscribers. You probably have no idea what niche you're in either. That's a big mistake a lot of you guys see. Again, just record a whole YouTube video on that, right? FanView profile is set up wrong. Just record a whole video on that. And again, I'm going to go through this in this masterclass as well. So that's something you guys can look forward to. I'm going to show you some little secrets I didn't share on YouTube as well, which you guys can look forward to. You're probably losing followers due to Instagram's algorithm changes, right? Maybe people are consuming your content, but they're not following you. And you're like, darn Z's, right? What's going on here, right? Otherwise, you're seeing other people succeed while you're stuck at $0, right? Does any of this sound familiar, guys? Let me know if that sounds familiar, okay? If you guys do, again, and yes, I will give you guys, don't worry, I'll give you guys the slides. We'll give you guys those. We'll get the recording. Don't worry, guys. I'll hook you guys up, Brent. I'm very generous with my time, with everything. I'm a very giving guy, right? And actually, this is probably, I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. This is probably the last masterclass I'm going to do. I've done one of these per month for the last 9 months. I'm a little bit burnt out at this point. I've been working my ass off while running my models, being a full-time coach. I take care of my mom full-time as well. So I'm feeling a little bit of burnout lately. All right, guys. So I probably won't be doing a masterclass for a while. I'm sorry, guys. You can maybe hear it in my voice as well, guys. So just want to let you guys know. All right, this is probably the last one. And I can show you guys, again, at the end, a way to get all the previous masterclasses, but I probably won't be doing one of these for a while. So you guys are lucky if you're here today. All those people who missed out, sorry. Sucks to be them, right? Maybe they'll get the recording, maybe not, right? You guys are super lucky. And honestly, guys, I appreciate you showing up today. You guys could have been doing anything else, but here you are, right? You guys are all action takers as well, right? So I really appreciate you guys, and I'm grateful for that. And the reason why you guys haven't succeeded, though, it's not your fault, right? No one taught you the real system. You guys see all of these gurus out there, whether it's AI models, whether it's AI experts. Someone asked about Claude. Okay, guys, like they're like, oh, how is Claude different from ChatGPT, guys? I'll answer that at the end. Don't worry. Stay to the end. I will answer anything you want when it comes to AI. I will give you the honest truth. I will tell you what is lies, right? You see these guys, right? They're, in their Lamborghini on a yacht with all these real blonde and brunette women around them, right? And they're throwing money around and stuff, right? And it's like, okay, like this is they're on some island too, right? In the middle of the Caribbean with Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie. All right. They're there right now. And you see them, right? And they're making these videos, but they only give you 10% of the picture, right? And in a lot of cases, they're showing you and telling you stuff that worked last month, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, right? The stuff I learned 2 years ago doesn't work anymore. Do you guys know what Focus is or Automatic 1111, guys? I'm sure you guys have heard of Nano Banana and Seedream and Kling and VO, right? I wish those existed 2 years ago. You guys have such an unfair advantage over anyone starting 2 years ago like me, and I was still able to succeed, right? There was no excuses for you not to succeed, especially after this masterclass tonight, okay, guys? I want you to know that. And I believe in everyone who's here right now. Like I said, you could have been anywhere, but yet here you are, right? But one of the biggest problems is Instagram keeps changing their rules, right? It's a moving target. It's like, oh, I updated it and now this works. And then here's a new feature. And then there's trial reels and then there's shares and then there's all these things. And it's like, "Bleh." And it's like, how do you know what's working with Instagram? And Instagram is still the meta. It's still the best place to build AI models. Why? Because you can build a portfolio on there, right? You can build a professional thing. Sure, you should be doing Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, right? Sure, you can get traffic from Reddit. Sure, you can get traffic from TikTok and Threads, right? You can do the chess method, right? Whatever it is to get traffic to your AI model. But Instagram is still the meta. It is still the most overpowered tool. It is owned by Meta. There are over 1.5 billion users on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, I believe. But most of them are on Instagram. So keep this in thing. You get one viral reel, you'll make a ton of money. That's what's happened to all our students. It happened to me. I've seen it happen time and time and time again. And I want that to happen to you. All right. And with all this too, you're probably building alone, right? Months of expensive trial and error. And you're just, again, beating around the bush, right? You're basically trying things, they're not working, and you're getting frustrated, right? And I've been there, trust me. I've been there many times before, right? But really, the main enemy, like I said, is Instagram when it comes to their algorithm changes. All right, guys, that is the biggest issue. All right. And with them, right, they update it constantly, right? There's no system as well. In a lot of cases, you're changing every algorithm update, right? Their CEO comes out, he's like, oh, here's a new feature. And you're like, okay, let me do that. And it doesn't work. You're like, what? And then you do it for a while and sure, you get some results, and then your account gets banned. And you're like, oh man, like, why did this work, right? And even then, right, you have zero income stability with this, right? And you're probably working harder every single month, right? And that's without our system. But with the system we teach you guys, right? Instagram feeds your fan view, right? Algorithm proof, right? You don't have to worry about Instagram too much because there's ways around it. Even if you get banned, shadow banned, suspended, account deleted, right? Whatever, the CEO knows your mom and he doesn't like her, whatever, doesn't matter, okay? And with this too, you get subscribers, which means predictable income, right? And your content keeps working for you while you sleep. Like I said, one post, that's all you need to go viral, right? And additionally, right, your revenue will grow month over month as long as you stick with our system. Hope that makes sense, guys. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me so far? I want to make sure. If you are, let me know in the Q&A. Again, chat is closed. Q&A, let me know there, okay? But with this, the way that I think about this is like our system, okay? It's kind of like McDonald's, all right? So I'm sure you guys know about franchises, right? I know when I was looking into businesses, right? One of my favorite books, no one knows about this book. It's called Start Small, Grow Big, okay? Or sorry, Start Small and Big. It's by the founder of Subway who passed away, I think like a decade ago at this point. It was one of my favorite books, right? And like my mom gave me that book 20 years ago. And she's like, yo, Maddie, like, here's the deal. Like, you should start your own business. Your dad always wanted you to start your own business. Like, you're so entrepreneurial. Read this book. And I read this book and I'm like, wow, it changed my life. I'm like, I'm going to start a restaurant franchise, right? And I looked into it and I saw how expensive. I'm like, what's $1 million to start a Subway or a McDonald's? I'm like, there's probably other options that cost a lot less, right? I didn't want to get a loan or a grant from the government. I didn't want to have to beg friends and family for money. I wanted to use my own income to create something myself, right? With my own brain. That's what I've always loved to do, okay? I never believed in relying on other people and things should be handed to you. I always wanted to build things myself, all right? And I've always looked at the AI model method and the AI model system that I'm showing you just like a McDonald's, okay? When you buy a McDonald's, you buy a proven system that already works, right? The branding, the menu, the marketing, it's all done for you, right? But the downside of that is there's these high startup costs. Like I said, $1 million, right? $1 million to start it. With this AI model thing, like someone was messaging me earlier, one of my friends who joined a couple weeks ago, right? And I met with her last week. Shout out if you're on the call. But she's like, "Oh, do I need a new phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, you just need a new phone. Like, get a new phone number, get these things, and it's such a very inexpensive business. FanView account, free to start. Instagram accounts, free to start. Right? Sure, you have to buy these courses and stuff. Fair enough. Otherwise, like, there's very little barrier to entry when it comes to this. Again, you need to implement the system and be consistent, right? And you need to find a niche. You need to have a content strategy. You need to build up your fan view properly, right? But the startup costs are so low and the scalability is so freaking high. Okay, guys, with this thing, right? You're literally selling these things. Like I had one last week where I made this pack of images. It cost me like 95 cents. And I literally sold it for like 400 something dollars. And I'm just like, okay. Like I made it for like 70 cents and I spent like a cent upscaling it and whatever for like, I spent an extra 20 cents being like, I'll upscale this script that I made. Okay. And then sold it like that. And I'm like, haha, gave it to my chatting team. They did it. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Like what other business could I do this? Right. So lesson number one, guys, you need to nail your niche. All right. You need to make sure that you have a specific thing that you're selling for your model. And I'm going to show you what a niche is right now. Okay. Because no one else talks about this. These other gurus don't break down with this. Okay. And this is going to make you so much freaking money and way better than going generic. Okay. So generic. Why is generic bad? Very high competition. I have a blonde Swedish model. She's 21. Cool. Like boring, right? You're going to get low subscriber quality. They're not going to buy anything, right? And they're going to be very short term as well. And they're not going to buy that much stuff. It's hard to be exciting with something generic like that. Okay. But if you have a branded niche, right, something original, which I'll show you in a second, your competition is very low, right? It's like the purple cow, it's the blue ocean, right? A blue ocean strategy, right? This is the book in case you guys haven't read it, okay? There's a blue ocean and there's a red ocean, right? With the generic model, you're fighting with all those other sharks in the red ocean. It's all bloody and you're like, this is scary. Like no one's buying my stuff. And then again, you find your blue ocean where you're like, what? And I'll show you guys some blue oceans as well. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'll show you examples. I'll stop sharing my screen here, pull up some examples in a moment in Instagram, and then show you guys those just for you guys. And again, there's a whole YouTube video I recorded on this as well, but this is going to show you everything. Okay. Subscriber quality, though. You're going to get high quality subscribers who love your model, right? They're going to be into that niche. They're going to be irrationally passionate about who your model is, what she does. They're going to want to buy her content, right? And you can treat them well, you can treat them badly. It really doesn't matter because they'll become obsessed with your model, all right? And with this too, you're building a long-term asset. And when other people try and compete with you, you're the first one to start it. You're the first one to start that trend. Everyone's going to be copying you. They're going to fail because you were the person that started that trend with your model, right? And when you do this, you will hit $50,000 months, $5,000 months to start, 10,000, 15, 25,000. This is why the students I showed you were so successful. Because again, they have specific niches. Does this make sense, guys? Are you guys getting this? Right? Is this crystal clear so far? Let me know. So some profitable niche examples. This is level one, guys. This is level one. Fitness and wellness, right? I haven't even seen any guys like any of you, any yoga instructors at this point, to be honest. I haven't seen gym enthusiast girls too much, right? Holistic spiritual models. I haven't seen them. Maybe I've seen a few OnlyFans girls, but I haven't seen too many of those, right? Like in specifically with AI models, right? Cosplay and gaming. Sure, I've seen a few of them, right? I've seen Aika Kitty, where she does anime and wears little cutesy outfits and stuff, right? I've seen a few travel ones like Maya Lanez, right? Where she's a digital nomad and traveling and looking all cute and being like, hey guys, go to my fan view, stuff like that, right? I've seen other ones again where they're office girls and stuff. So this is level one, right? And again, you can be profitable even if you created a blonde Swedish model, right? Where she was an office worker and she works at, I don't know, Goldman Sachs. Guys, like that's a niche in and of itself. Like do you know how many bankers out there and office guys probably would want to get with that girl, right? And again, you go with that trend, like, and the tools you guys have, it makes it so much better at this point, okay? But this is the secret formula, okay, guys? This is it. Like this is my, what do they call it? This is my secret niche formula. Let's just call it that, all right? I forgot whatever the word is, okay? But yeah, my thing that I do is I have a not safe for work niche. Again, you can find this on OnlyFinder, Fans Finder. You can find some sort of erotic fantasy category for your model, okay? Then you have her physical type, right? Her hair color, her ethnic background, right? Her skin color, some sort of scar on her face, pigmentation, right? Her height, her weight, right? Her size, you know what I'm saying? Her size from behind, right? Her peach, like again, visual identity, right? So the niche, the not safe for work niche, plus the physical type, plus something that these people are irrationally passionate about, right, guys? I'm a big hockey guy, right? Like, I'm a big Maple Leafs fan. They suck this year. I'm sorry. They're just awful. My bad. But man, if there was an AI model, and I might even create that as my next one, to be honest. I think I would crush if I did that, honestly. If you guys were to create a model on a specific sports team, it would crush. If you were to create a model who's a plumber, an AI model plumber, who again, maybe she's a goth girl as well. She's a goth AI model plumber, and she is, a big bust, right? She has triple D's. That would crush, guys. So again, and you don't even need all three of these. If you have all three, mwah, right? That's again my pièce de résistance, I think is the word that I was looking for as well, right? My magnum opus is the word I was looking for actually, right? If you just have two of these, like you don't even need the third, just have two of these and you can crush. And then now you have a niche. And again, look and see. And again, this is your blue ocean, all right? Does this make sense, guys? Like this is so important. If you nail just this one part, you will stand out from all the other generic AI models out there, right? And again, creating realistic content is so easy. You guys have Nano Banana Pro and Seedream and Z Image. You guys are so lucky. You don't have to use Focus and Comfy UI and Automatic 1111 and Leonardo and Midjourney, right? You guys are so lucky. But if you get this, guys, you will print money. All right, guys. So here's my niche discovery prompt. All right. So, whoops. I'll post that after for you guys. All right. But here, write this down. I want to build a branded AI model on FanView. My interests are whatever. All right. Suggest 5 unique, high profitable niches that aren't generic. For each niche, explain the target audience and why they would be willing to pay for a subscription. Put this into Claude, right? I would honestly use Claude or Manus over ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is done, guys. 3 years ago, saved my life, honestly. Whole other story. But Claude is the best, guys. Claude is insane. I've paid for a free account and it's unfair. I used to buy ChatGPT and pay every month for it, and I've didn't pay for Claude ever. The free version was so good. The Claude Cowork is so good. All the things in Claude are insane. Use Claude or use Manus, okay? I think I use Manus and it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's owned by Facebook now. They bought it a couple weeks back. Darn them. But if you guys get Claude, man, you're cooking, guys. You're just it is unfair for you guys, all right? So yeah, screenshot this, write it down. I'm gonna change in a second. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. But this is the identity, okay? Your AI model needs to feel like a real person. This is why I always say, I'm like, guys, like, look at real models out there. Look at real people and see what they do, right? See what they're, again, you're not going to create it. You're not going to go out and steal someone's identity, right? Whether that's their visual look or their voice or their name or anything, right? Like you're going to get in so much trouble, okay? But give it a memorable name and make it niche appropriate, right? Something like that, okay? Age, 18 to 25 is going to be the most profitable. Let's be honest, right? Most guys, they're interested in that age range. Again, don't get too young. If you are creating stuff that's too young, right, and you're creating stuff for Epstein's Island, I'm going to come and find you, bro. I'm going to come in and find you, bro. You're going to be in a lot of trouble, all right? A lot of trouble, all right? Location, where does she live? All right? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, guys? Where does she live in the world, okay? I usually put my models in the US, right? But then again, she could be traveling as well, right? Interest. What does she love to do? Again, interest. Ask Claude, okay, if the prompt didn't work, all right, adjust it. All right. Like try multiple times with Claude in some cases. Trust me, it will work. All right. Backstory. Why is she on FanView, right? That's one thing too. Again, I'll show you some examples right now. All right. So with that said, let me show you guys some examples. This is so much fun. Ooh, I'm so excited. That's me, by the way, in case you guys don't know. So yeah, I am part of this company. All right. So let me show you guys some cool examples. All right. Here we go. Sweet. And again, adjust my prompt, go into ChatGPT, take my prompt, and then be like, hey, give me this so I can use it in Claude. Or go into Manus and be like, hey, can I use this in Claude? Or go into one of these things, adjust it, try it. Trust me, you will get some ideas, okay? But yeah, this is one, okay. So this one's huge, right? 18 from Argentina, right? Soccer fan, duh, right? Has dreadlocks. So again, visual look is into soccer, something that guys, sorry, football if you're in if you're in the UK or in Europe, right? The game where you kick it with your feet, right? Like football fan sort of thing, right? And again, this one, very straightforward. All of her reels just have her reacting on Omegle with other countries as well. Very straightforward. But look how many views these have. Look, 17.9 million views, 6 million views. Oh my goodness, great. 1.9, 1, oh my God, 19. Like, create something like this. Again, very straightforward, right? Reacting with other AI models. Duh. Okay. Work the second time. Yes. Okay. So there we go. All right. Perfect. So again, great example here. And look, oh, look, she's posting stories. Oh, look, and it says to join her group chat, right? Which is probably her Telegram funnel where she has a Telegram bot that funnels to her fan view. Let's see with here. I'm going to guess that, yeah, if I click here, oh, look, it goes to her fan view. Duh, right? And I'll go over your bridge pages later. Don't worry about that. But this is an example again of one, right? You can find her and again, look at her content, see why it's a niche, right? Again, she has a visual look, right? With her hair and her eye color and her body type. But again, she's Argentinian and she's into specifically soccer slash football. All right. So that's example one. Whoops. Sorry, guys. That was inappropriate. I'm so sorry, guys. This one, nail technician. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Nail technician who's in the US, right? I think she's into like the gym or something. Look, this video has 38 million views. Oh my goodness gracious, like 1.9 million views, right? And again, this one's even a little bit generic, but because she's a nail technician, she's still crushing it as well, right? So again, I'm sure this account is crushing it. So that's another example of a niche, right? Nail technician, right? In London. Duh, brunette is her body type, right? There we go. All right. This one. Look, what is she? Half Brazilian, half American. Air hostess. Okay. This is an interesting niche we have here, right? Look, 1.9 million views, and this is the reels. Looks like they're archiving all the old ones. They're probably using trial reels. Very well set up profile, right? Very well set up. Look at how different it is. Some of them are her outside of her job. Some of them are at a job as an air hostess, right? This turtle looks pretty realistic as well. So again, set yourself profile up similar to this, right? But again, air hostess, right? Brazilian American, right? And again, she has kind of, like brown skin with blue eyes, right? So duh, no wonder that works. All right. Next one. Stacy the teacher. So teacher niche, right? Again, are there guys out there who want to hook up with their professor in university? Are there guys who are older and want to hook up with the professor in university, right? What does this say? Bro, teacher and principal really couldn't hold themselves. Okay. So, and again, she's thick. What do you call her? Thick fit, I think, is the way to describe her body type, right? So again, no wonder this one works as well, right? So again, that's another example, right? This one. This one is a football girl. And again, football, I say, football like soccer is what I mean. All right. In LA, right? Football fan. I love books and tennis too, right? And again, football in the USA is one thing. So I would probably, if I were her, like it's probably created by a UK guy as it is. But yeah, it has a bunch of American stuff as well. But yeah, this is a good idea as well, right? Not just some generic blonde, right? Look, she's into football and loves books and is into tennis. Those are each niches, right? Guys are passionate about football, whether that's American football or European football, right? Sorry, soccer, whatever, both of them, right? She loves books. People are passionate about books, right? Whatever book it could be, right? What kind of books do you like? Oh, I like Lord of the Rings. Oh, me too. It's my favorite. I love Return of the King the most. Do you? Oh my God, I love Return of the King. Do you like Smeagol? I love Smeagol. He's so adorable. Duh, like no wonder guys will buy it. Tennis. Like people are obsessed with tennis, right? So many angles you can do with this model. Let's get into some different ones though. These ones are a little bit raunchier, okay? So here we have an Asian goth model with red hair. Have you guys ever seen an Asian goth model with red hair? Have you guys seen this before? I've never seen this before. And look, she has a specific body type, right? Okay. I wonder why this works so well, guys. Again, duh, niche. And last one. Oh, look, another goth model, guys. And again, goth is its own not safe for work sort of niche, I would say, right? But it also has the visual look, right? Sure, she's, a cute looking girl. And then again, it links to her fan view, right? And you guys, so again, it's so easy to create this realistic content now, to be honest, especially with my post gen art tool. Like it's so ridiculously easier, guys. And you guys, like one of these is a good idea. If you do these glow up reels, this is one idea, right? I showed you the other one as well before, right? With the reaction, the Omegle style ones. Those are some other ones as well, right? But yeah, that's really how you nail your niche, okay? Let me close this. Let me close this. We're done promoting myself. Let me go back to the presentation. All right, guys. Do you guys understand the niche and why this is so important and why that'll make you tons of money? So now you know the deal with how to choose a niche. You guys are done. Like you have your niche, pick one, use the prompt I gave you. Duh. Okay, guys. That's what you need to do. All right. Again, maybe you're a MILF out there, right? You could be a goth MILF, right? You could be a MILF who's a teacher. You could be a MILF who's a flight attendant. You could be a MILF who's into the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like there's so many different ideas. Just be a little bit creative. Like and again, if you're not creative, use Claude or ChatGPT or Manus, and then you have your niche. All right, guys, I'm done on that point. We're moving on to the next one. Creating amazing content. All right, guys. So the exact tools and prompts to generate scroll stopping content fast. Let's get into this. So the content strategy funnel, right? You're creating awareness on social media, right? You're using Instagram and X and Threads, specifically Reels on Instagram, by the way, and TikTok to grab attention, right? You need something within that I said sex, whoa, scary, that first second to grab their attention, right? To hook that person to continue watching, okay? So that's one thing as well. Keep in mind. So don't worry about that. You need to, again, create something that grabs attention. Those ones I showed you, again, there's a reason why those go viral, right? So find those other reels that are going viral, right? My recommendation is when you have your model, right, reset your feed because there's a way in Instagram where you can reset your content. Start finding some of those AI models I showed you. Look at who they're following. Start following and engaging with them. And guess what? Instagram is going to show you a lot of their content, okay, guys? And then you're going to see the most popular ones, and then you can create those trends. Duh. Like, you do, again, no brainer to create the content. So easy, right? So you get the awareness on social media, right? You send people to a bridge page, and I'll show you how to set it up perfectly. I'll show you the perfect example in a second, right? A simple landing page to filter it through, right? To build some trust. And again, this is to prevent yourself, if you put your fan view link or your OnlyFans or Fansly, whatever, directly into your bio in Instagram, you're going to get banned instantly, right? So this is why you want to have that bridge page. And then again, you're going to send those people from your bridge page over to FanView, the final destination, which is where they pay to become a subscriber. They become obsessed with your model, right? You build a relationship with them. You build that parasocial relationship specifically, and you sell them premium content, right? And they give you tips as well because they love your content as well, okay? So that's really just the content strategy, right? But really the fast way is straightforward, okay, guys? Create a bunch of content using Nano Banana Pro and Nano Banana 2 now that it's out. Use Seedream as well for your not safe for work stuff. Very easy to do that. Use One as well. You can use One 2.2 to create stuff very easily. You can use Grok as well for spicier stuff. I just think like One and Seedream from my experience. That's really all I've used, and I've made a ton. And again, you guys didn't have to use Genfluence or AnyDream that guy had to do, where it looked terrible, right? You didn't have to create an SDXL LoRa and then face swap with Acool, right? You just boom, here's my model. Create me a bunch of images, create a script, done. All right, that's what you have to do. All right, use these tools I showed you. That's it. For the videos, again, Kling, VO, One, right? You're probably going to get blocked in Kling and VO from anything not safe for work. So use One for that specifically. All right. That's what you want to do, right? And then again, if you want to maintain consistently, sure, you can create a LoRa, but realistically with Nano Banana and Seedream, you probably just need a good master reference image, okay? And this is going to help you maintain 100% consistency across all the platforms, all right? So you have that. You want to batch create your content, all right? So 30 days minimum when you're creating content, right? Just sit down, do it, right? In 2 hour session, you can create so much stuff. If you have a LoRa and reference image, that's good. You can create a lot of stuff as well, okay? And really from there, once you have the good images and videos, great. You can upscale them as well, right? Using something like, I don't know, Magnific or even our upscaler in my postgen to make it look a little bit crispier and a little bit more Apple clean in terms of that final look, okay? Just increase the pixelation and then you're good to go from there, right? Try this prompt out though, okay? I'm an AI model in the whatever niche. Again, you came up with that. My personality is insert personality. Generate 30 days of engaging Instagram posts as well, right? Or what you can do is screenshot some of the other ones. Give me some examples of poses, right? Or even then, like just use that, take that prompt, screenshot it, right? Take that prompt, screenshot it, put it into Claude or ChatGPT. Hey, describe this image, right? As if it was a prompt for Seedream and Nano Banana Pro. Okay, done. Like, there you go. Sweet. Now you have it, right? It'll explain the outfit, the camera, the lighting, right? All that photography stuff. It'll give you all of that, right? And then you basically go from there. So again, use this prompt, try it out, right? And each caption, again, should be just very short as well, right? And add trending audio, add location, turn on the AI label because you need to say, hey, this piece of content used AI, right? So you need to have that as well. But what I do is I batch create the content, right? I create all my captions and stuff in one go. And now I have enough content basically ready to go, okay? So that's really it. Hope that makes sense, guys. But this is really the 7-day fast track for you guys, how you can make money in the next 7 days, okay? So again, niche and ID, done. Model persona, again, just rearrange that, right? Update your models if you don't have some sort of niche and persona, all right? Day two, generation, right? Again, generate 50 high quality AI images and videos, right? I would probably, again, lean more so on the videos, maybe have, 20, and I would do carousels, right? Where you're doing multiple images. And again, our tool, you literally just put in the image, it just gives you six of them done. Now you have carousels instantly. Um, and then, yeah, that day three basically is just the setup as well, right? So again, you can create and optimize your fan view if you haven't already done so, and your social profiles. Just again, start updating those with newer content. The warm up process, by the way, now is so much faster. It's so easy to see if your Instagram, because in some cases you set up an Instagram and it's instantly shadow banned, and it's so random if Instagram does that. So if that happens, oh well, create another one, right? Which you should be doing, creating multiple Instagrams at the same time, anyways, to market your model. But enough said about that. Day four, really relaunch it. Okay. So post your first three pieces of content, right? So post an Instagram photo, post a reel, post a story. Very straightforward. Post on X as well. Post on Threads, right? Post on multiple platforms. You can reuse that same content as well on other platforms as well. So don't worry about that, right? Set up your bridge page, which I'll show you in a second, right? And then engage with other people in your niche as well. It's very important that you're looking like an actual user, right? Because Instagram, sure, they like that you post high quality content, but they also want to see that you're engaging with other creators out there as well. Even in our mentorship, I just recorded a module where I'm like, oh, I'm going to return and like record on my phone and show guys how I get followers, right? So you go to their accounts, you all those creators when they get a viral post, they ignore all the guys. You go there, you reply to those guys on the post, looking for some signs they're in the USA. And again, you'll get some follows back just based on that, right? They go, oh, who's this chick, right? Again, they're lonely out there, right? They're like, want someone to engage with. They follow you back. They start consuming your content. They get funneled over to FanView. They start that parasocial relationship, chatting. Next thing you know, they spent $2,000 on your model, right? And by doing so, this is how you're actually going to land your model in the next 7 days. Okay, guys. So that's your secret way to fast track it. Okay. So again, go through all the other stuff, niche content, go from there. Right. Now, lesson number three. Hope that was all clear, by the way, guys. Hope that's crystal clear so far. Right. Should make sense. I'm going to take a sip of water, guys. I'm getting excited. I'm having so much fun. Are you guys having fun, by the way? Like, you guys are the best. I love you guys. Hold on. 120? Man, more people are attending now. It's crazy. I love you guys. You guys are the best. All right, guys. Hold on. One more sip. I'll have the last bit of my coffee too. Oh, you're the bestest. Oh, thank you, Deborah. You're sweet. Perfect. Awesome sauce, man. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. All right, sweet. So next up, guys, set up your fan group properly. This is my favorite thing because this made me so much money. Because guys, when I started, I had one reel that went super viral, and I'm like, why am I not getting any subscribers? Like, what's going on here? I'm like, where are they? Where are they? And then I made the tweaks I'm about to show you. And it was just like, oh, there they are. Duh. Oh, okay, cool. Now I can stop doing my full-time job and this other thing that I was doing as well, right? My second job that I basically had as well, right? Like, right? And I'm like, I'm just gonna do this AI model stuff. Seems like it's working, right? I don't have to work because guys, like I was so burnt out at one point as like doing digital marketing and stuff. I'm just like not, I wasn't as excited. I'm like, I need to figure out something with this AI, and I got into this, and it wasn't again, it was slow at first, and then it started to take off, and I even took on some side work in the film industry as well, and yeah, everything. Anyways, so setting this up, guys, this is really gonna help you get subscribers. All right, so again, I talked about nailing your niche, creating the content, right? Then you want to create your bitch page, right? Service I recommend is get all my links. You can use link.me as well. Really, with this though, you want it a service. The benefit of those two services is they open the link outside of Instagram's native browser. Okay. Instagram has a native browser. When they open it outside of there, their information is usually saved in Chrome or Safari, right? Their credit card information, but also their email is in there. It's so easy for them to sign up to FanView, right? Whether it's a paid subscription, whether it's a free trial you're running, whatever it is. And I usually just run free trials when I'm getting started to get guys in the door and then chat with them and make a bunch of money, then start increasing the price of the subscription. That's what you should be doing, right? So that's why you want to use one of those services, right? Get all my links. Okay. Beacons, I don't know if they have that direct link to be honest, but it's possible. I would look into that as well. But I know get all my links and link.me has it. I don't think Linktree has it. FanView setup as well. One tip with the bridge page too is get a custom domain for your model, right? Whatever her name is. Like if her name is, I don't know. Lucky Lucy, get like, luckylucy.io or something, okay? Or like luckiestlucy.io, and then send that to your get all my links, put that, set that up and get all my links. Then again, they see the branded vanity domain and it's like, oh, okay, like, ooh, it's not like all the other girls out there who have link.me and get all my links and Linktree and beacons and stuff. That's another tip I recommend. And then again, have your fan view set up. And then from there, once you start getting those subs in, right, you start messaging. Again, you can do the messages yourself. I recommend getting a chatting agency just because it's going to save you so much time. But then from there, you can really scale and automate, okay? But some must things you must have, all right? High converting bio, very short and sweet, right? What niche is she in? What's her reason for them to subscribe, right? What does she kind of, what's she really have on the feed, right? What are they going to get when they message her as well, right? Be like, hey, when you message me, I'll give you some free stuff, right? Professional banner and bio picture, super important, right? High quality intro video, super important because this is for the Discover feed in FanView. I like they told me it's some insane amount. It's like a few 100,000 guys are active just in the discovery feed every single day. I'm like, really? Like, that's insane. Um, so yeah, that's one thing I recommend is having a good intro video. And when you look at the intro videos in the discover feed, they're so bad. So if you create a good one, you can again, just if you rank in their SEO and get featured, like boom, it's over for you. It's game over. You're gonna make a ton just from the guys, just from the fan view guys. And then setting up your automated welcome messages again. Record a whole YouTube video on this. It's inside our mentorship. But I'll go through this a little bit right now, right? But the bridge pledge formula, first of all, let's go through this, right? So you want to hook them, right? First 10 subscribers get bonus content, right? One thing I used to have that really worked well is I would be like looking for a photographer, right? Looking for someone to film content with, dot, 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 right? And again, these guys come through like, oh my God, I would love to film content with her, right? So again, something like that, compelling, right? Have one link in your bio though. Like don't have a million things. Don't have your social media links. Don't have like, oh, go to my Twitter and go to my Reddit and go here. Like just have the link to your fan view, right? Just that's really it. Okay. What I do is I have two links where it's like, yeah, like here's my content, here's my messages. I've just noticed that 70% of them always click the exclusive content over the messages one. That's just the ratio I have. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention as well. And I'll show you an example in a second, exactly how you want to set this up. And again, you don't want to have too many links and images and stuff, right? You don't want your portfolio. Your portfolio was your Instagram page. And if they want more exclusive content, they need to go over to your fan view to see that stuff, okay? And they need to subscribe to see that stuff, all right? So that's what they need to do. Does that make sense, guys? And this is really your conversion benchmarks, okay? So sure, you're gonna get a ton of views on social media, right, guys? I don't even care about how many followers my models has. This is a secret. Oh, this is some sauce, guys. Whew. This is a can I'm opening for you guys. I might have to crack open a new one just for you guys. Just for that. All right. Crack open the coconut pineapple for you guys. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You just need one viral video. Because if you think about it, think about like old times, okay? Even new times, right? Guys want to get a woman where there's not as much competition, right? If there's a woman out there and she has a million suitors who are trying to vie for her attention and win her over, who are like, my lady, please date me. I will bring you to my kingdom and give you the finest grapes, and we will have children in great times, right? But then there's the woman out there who has like 10 subscribers, right? And she doesn't have like as many guys vying for attention. The guy's probably going to go to the woman where it's less competition, all right? That just honestly, right? So again, followers really don't matter, all right? But you need to have a well set up bridge page. Like I said, your bridge page should convert at 60 to 70%. All right. So keep this in mind. All right. And again, from those people who click through, right, from your views, you should be aiming for anywhere from 0.5 to 5% of people who are watching your content, not followers, just people who are watching that one specific reel. Okay. So that's what you'd aim for. And then people who click on the link in your bio, you should have a 60 to 90% conversion rate there. And then of those, you'll get 1 to 10% of them will actually convert over to FanView. And then again, the subscriber, you need to be focusing on lifetime value of a subscriber, right? Average person will probably spend about $50 on average when they subscribe to your feed and they start paying. So that's really it, right? And here's the secret, right? If you're spending $5 on ads and you're making $50 per subscriber, how much would you continue to spend on ads, right? You probably spend all of it because you're getting a 10x ROI, all right? So that's what you need to be looking at, all right? And I've done everything pretty much organically. I really haven't spent anything on like I've done a lot of collaborations with other creators, right? I've never done paid shoutouts. I've never really boosted my account as well. I've never bought shoutouts. all my stuff has been organic. Like I think I maybe did $10 for a boost and then Instagram wouldn't show it because I wouldn't spend more and it was just everything else organic was working. So I'm just like, whatever, right? But again, you need to be focused on lifetime value of each subscriber that comes through. Okay. That's really the secret sauce here, right, guys? But you need to be thinking about this psychologically, okay? So you'll see there's a bunch of psychology books behind me, right? Because guys, I went to school for psychology, and no, I didn't. I'm lying. I didn't. I just read a few books on the topic, and maybe there's a few over here too. Those are probably on marketing, but um, what these guys want is exclusivity, right? They want to see content that's not available on Instagram or X or Reddit. They want some exclusive stuff, right? They want to feel like they're part of the inner circle, okay? Or they feel some sort of connection, some sort of parasocial bond, as I mentioned before, one-on-one relationship with the model, right? That's what they feel they have. Maybe they're just curious though, right? Maybe you had some teasers and stuff as to what they could see. They get a little, raunchy. They're like, oh, I want to see more, right? They go over to the profile for that, right? And then finally, right? Maybe they feel like they're just getting premium access, right? It's like that red velvet rope, the velvet rope. Oh, Hollywood, like I said, right? They want to feel like they're at the Academy Awards, right? But again, they'll pay a fair price for that with right. And even here I have tiered membership options. I don't even have that. What I really meant to put here was like, have 3 month and 6 month and 12 months options to save them a discount. But yeah, that's the psychology for why they do this, right? But let me show you guys some examples. All right. So first of all, your bridge page. This is how your bridge page should be set up. Okay. So one image of your model, something provocative, right? Lingerie, bikini, right? Showing off a little bit of her, right? Have her name, have a little check mark that she's verified, right? It could just be, again, the tick emoji doesn't really matter as well. And again, you can see she has a custom domain up here. Duh. No wonder this is working. And again, her hook is, have you seen my secret? So it's like, what's the secret? Oh my God, what's your secret, right? And then it's, again, call to action, click below, OnlyFans. 60% off, right? Okay, cool, right? So I already know it's like, oh, it's 60% off scarcity where there's 25 minutes on this offer. Have your little button here bouncing, which you can again do and get all my links, right? But this is a good example, right? So have something very similar to this. Again, there's one place to click here. There's not a million places, right? And look, it's so obvious where to click, right? And we'll look when I click, it's like, oh, where does it go? Duh, no wonder, right? So again, and then I go back here and look, looks like she updated it as well, right? And again, showing her secret. You'll get a naughty surprise in your DMs, right? Can't wait to play with you. Like, right? Like, so yeah, that's how you should have your page set up. Now, this is how you should have your profile set up, okay? So have multiple images of your model, right? Again, I created this in Canva. We give you the whole template inside the mentorship, right? It's created for you. There's multiple ones. So I usually have like 5 images of my model and something provocative, right? Bikini, lingerie, right? Maybe dominatrix a little bit, right? Profile image, I usually just use a selfie, right? You want to get a verified thing. You want to have some likes on your profile, right? And then you'll see here, right? Again, this model I created last week on Friday in like half an hour. Like I created her in half an hour and I'm like, okay, she's 23, she's a Bronx girl, she's half Jamaican, half Cuban, done, right? And again, kind of nervous posting, don't be shy, surprise pic waiting for you if you say hi, right? So again, it's giving them a reason to message her back, right? It's like, oh, it's a free pic. Okay, cool. And then again, 70% off your first month, duh, no brainer here, right? And again, I could run free trials as well. And then I have an intro video here, right? And then from here, I only have 3 posts. But what I've done is I set up this fan view profile first of all. So I set this up. I created 30 posts. I scheduled them. So there's going to be 1 post each. Because guess what? When guys start to visit this page, they're going to be like, oh, look, she posted today. Oh, look, she posted yesterday. Oh, look, she posted the day before that and the day before that. Oh, look, she's been posting every day for 10 days, 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is. She's posting frequently and recently. That's what they're going to see. They're going to be like, oh, like she posts a lot. There's a lot of value in this, right? So that's really what you want to have. Does that make sense, guys? Hope that's crystal clear, okay? And just so you guys know that this isn't garbage. All right, here's one of my accounts, guys. Here's one of my accounts. Let's see. Oh, look, this account. Like, this is how much I've made just on this one model this month, okay? Cool. This is how much I've made in the last 30 days. And you guys are like, oh, it's fake. All right, let's refresh. Look, I just made a bunch of money while we were talking. Refresh, 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 refresh. All right. Let's see. Last 30 days. Cool. This is how much we've made in the last 30 days. Sweet. Duh. All right. 5,100. Cool. All right. Here's how your ratio should be. You're going to make most of your money with messages. You're going to make the rest probably on tips. And then the rest should be in subs, right? This is how it should typically look. You're going to make 80, 90% of your money in messages and tips. So that's how it should look. Okay, guys? Hope that makes sense. But that's how you want to have this all set up. Okay. All right, cool. We got a few new attendees as well. Thank you guys for showing up. This must be sauce because more and more people, right? What do you say in messages? I'll talk about that more after. Maybe I'll do, I don't know. That's we teach you that stuff. That stuff's not easy. That's where hiring an agency is really important. All right, guys. But yeah, this is realistically what your account should look like. Okay. So again, have a good profile photo teasing, right? You can see where she's showing a little bit of herself, right? And do you see how this is more niche than everything else? Sure, I could create a black girl, right? And sorry, like if that offends you, African American, black, whatever. But I'm like, I'll create where she's half Jamaican, half Cuban, right? Again, I did a little bit of research on Claude. I'm like, wouldn't this be cool? And Claude again is a yes man. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, Claude, you're being too much of a yes man. Tell me if I'm being dumb. And he's like, this is original. I have not seen anyone else have this mix of ethnicity. Plus, they're from the Bronx, which makes sense because there is a large Jamaican and Cuban population. So there could be this crossover very easily. And I'm like, all right, cool, guys. And on your FanView profile, by the way, you need to say you're AI enhanced. You need to tick this off. FanView will kick you off and take your money if you don't say your AI as well. So yeah, can chatting be fully automated with an AI API? No, you cannot use chatting bots at this point. I'm sorry. You must use a human. I'll answer all your questions at the end, guys. Let's go through this next. All right. So this is really how you want to have your profile set up. Okay. So we've gone through all of this. Let's go back to the slideshow. All right. So, in summary of everything I've gone through today, guys, I've shown you the foundation, right? How to get a high profit niche, right? How to build a unique AI model that stands out from all the generic ones, right? I've given you content creation, right? I've given you, shown you the tools you need to use, some of the prompts, right? How to create a content calendar, right? Some examples of content and even accounts you can look at to find content to create for your model, all right? Plus, I've given you the conversion system, how to set up your bridge page, how to set up your fan view page, all right? So I've sent you guys all of that, okay? So, and I've given you guys a couple of prompts, right? The niche discovery one and the 30-day caption one as well. So you guys have two prompts you can use. So don't even worry about that. All right. You got the fan view formula, like I said, right? So profile optimization, pricing strategy, by the way, right? I talked about the tiers, right? Have offers where it's like, hey, if you do for 3 months in advance, right? And this is a secret hack that I use a lot, right? I tell them this if I see a guy that's been around for a month, it's like, hey, you've been around for a month, right? After they renew, I go to them, I'm like, hey, you know what? If you subscribe for 3 months, it'll be 20% off. If you do 6 months, it'll be 30% off. And if you do a year, it'll be 40% off, right? Plus, when you buy content, I'll give you 15% off of that content. Okay. So you guys can make so much money just off of that one thing. So that's the pricing strategy you want to use. And then engagement tactics as well, right? So in terms of that, right? Messaging and tricks and strategies. I just set up my automated messages, which again, I recorded a video on this about. But really, with this, I set up my automated messages. But then as soon as they receive that automated message, I send them like 5 or 6 manual messages where it's like, hey, where are you from? What's your name? What do you do? Why are you not talking to me? Are you ignoring me? Did I say something to offend you? And then they're going to probably answer to one. If they don't, whatever. But they eventually they will answer to one of those messages, right? Again, have your chatters, do this yourself, send mass messages. That's really how you re-engage with people. If someone unsubs, send them a message. They'll get an automated message, but send them something else, being like, hey, you know what? Like you were good. Here's another piece of content, right? There's ways to again engage with these guys as well, right? But with engagement, my recommendation for the messages, this is what I always do is when guys are interested in the model, you want to message them back as quickly as possible, right? Especially if you're saying on your bridge page and on your fan view, hey, I reply in 2 minutes or less, right? Reply back to them quickly. Don't try and sell them content right away either, right? Don't shove it down the throat because that's what every AI model does, right? Don't be a salesy, sleazy, slimy salesperson, right? Be like interested in them, right? Again, these guys are lonely. They want someone interested in them. If you show you're like, oh, where are you from? What do you do? Oh, cool. What are you into? Oh, you followed me because of this? Oh, cool. What's your favorite team? Oh, really? It's the Lightning? I'm more of a Panthers fan. Oh, cool. Do you like Matthew Kachuk from the Panthers? I love him. Oh, do you know like this? Cool. Like, where are you from? What about your kids? Do you like fishing? Do you like marlin fishing? Do you like boats? Do you like palm trees in Florida? Ask them about Florida, right? They'll be like, oh, cool. They'll start sending you pictures. Oh, okay, cool. Like again, that's how you build a relationship. You don't shove the content down their throat, which everyone does. It makes me angry, right? You build a relationship with that guy, you build a bond, they trust you, then you can ask them if they want content and they'll say yes. That's how you do it. And again, I gave you guys the 7-day fast track, right? You want to select a highly profitable niche, something original, generate your content, set up and optimize your fan view, launch your content across TikTok, Instagram, X, Reddit, whatever it is, build your bridge page, right? Filter them like I showed you guys, gave you the example, engage with your audience, right? Outwardly engage with these guys on other profiles, right? And then again, doing that, you're going to secure your first paying fan in 7 days. That's it. Like if you don't do that, I don't know, you can't be saved. Sorry. Like it's so easy. It's such a simple system. All right. All right, guys. And honestly, the value I provided today was probably worth at least $5,000, I would say. All right. Like, way more than that, to be honest. I gave you guys a couple prompts, right? I gave you the 5-step conversion system. I gave you the 7-day implementation roadmap. I showed you guys how to find a niche, right? And something original, how to create content, all that stuff as well. All right. I gave that to you for free. I usually charge minimum $1,000 for this sort of information, just so you guys know. Okay. But again, 5,000 might have been too high. I'd probably charge like 1,000, 1,500 for something like that. If people want to talk with me one-on-one, cool. 15-minute call with me. It's at least a G at this point. So guys, let me ask you something. Has our time been valuable together today? I hope it has. Let me know in the chat. Right? Do you see why niches beat the generic ones every single time and gives you an unfair advantage over every single person out there? Because everyone's building a generic blonde Swedish AI model of doom, right? Can you picture your AI model's exact look, vibe, and backstory? Or were you guys inspired to be like, I need to get an exact look, vibe, and backstory for my model? And Maddie gave me the prompt. Thank you, Maddie. You're the best. All right. Can you guys see yourself running this system and generating your first $500 in the next 7 days? Okay. And even if it's 7 days, right? Maybe it's 10 days. Maybe it's a couple weeks, right? But again, $500, like, cool. That pays for your phone that you got. That pays for some other stuff that you got, right? Pays for your data plan, pays for some small stuff. And now it's going to give you the belief, right? And belief is the main thing. Once you make that first sale, oh my gosh, especially when you get that first like $100, oh my gosh. Like when you make that first $100, you will take so much action. You will stay up for 4 days straight, chugging coffee, right? And Monster energy drink and Red Bulls, and you will be off to the races. You'll be chatting with these guys, making money. The best is when you're chatting, these guys are asking you for content. You're creating it in C Dream or Juan on the fly, and you're selling it to them. And then they're like, oh my gosh, you're the best. Here's a tip. And you're like, yes, I'm killing it. And then some new whale comes in and he's like, do you have a video? And you're like, I do. What do you want to see? Well, I want to see this. Cool. Well, give me 5 minutes. And you make it and you sell it to them. That is the feeling. Oh my gosh, right? But most importantly, guys, you guys feel confident that you can implement this system on your own. That's a big one. I know a lot of you guys, it's like, maybe I could implement it on my own, right? Maddie's giving me everything here, right? Could you do this alone, though, right? The truth is you could, right? But it's going to take you a lot longer. It's going to cost you more in mistakes. And there's no guarantee you'll ever reach the finish line yourself, right? The could path. You could spend weeks researching niches, testing prompts in your own, learning all these AI image generation tools, right? Through trial and error, setting up and optimizing platforms without a proven blueprint, developing your own content engagement strategies from scratch, right? But by doing so, you're risking making costly mistakes. You're wasting a bunch of time as well, right? And this could stall your progress as well, right? And it's a worthy pursuit, honestly. You can try this own system on your own. It's definitely valuable as well, right? I'm sure a lot of you will succeed as well. But it's going to take you a lot of time. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. It's going to cost you a lot of money, right? And there's no guarantee you'll ever reach the finish line, right? But there's really another option for you guys, right? A path where you have expert guidance from me and my team, a proven blueprint, a community of like-minded individuals, right? Over 200, I think, at this point, has support you every step of the way, all right? And I have a responsibility to you guys, okay? If I take full responsibility for your success, what if I were to do that? All right? My goal is to give you everything you need to reach your goals quickly and reliably as possible. All right? So let me ask you guys, what if you had this, right? What if you had world-class coaches reviewing every move you make, right? Your niche, your content, right? Launching your Instagram, launching your fan view, launching your bridge page. What if you had a coach that I train personally look at all your stuff and help you out with that? All right. What if you had a proven blueprint that gives you step-by-step stuff, right? Once you start getting subscribers, right? Again, we give you the scripts, you get content templates, you get fan view strategies that I spent not 3 years, but like 2.5 years perfecting at this point, right? What if you had a supportive community? Because we have the best community, I would say, in the entire world. I've been in some programs that they had good communities. Ours is the best by none. Our highest earning student of all time, Ryan, has said this many times. He's like, bro, you're putting my 3 kids through college, first of all. And he's like, and it's all because of the community as well. You guys have the best community. I don't know how you nurtured such an amazing community. And again, he's made a lot more than the 10 to 50K months, but you get access to the students in there as well, like I showed you before, right? And by doing so as well, what if you had faster results and a reliable path to make your first 10K month, right? This is really the certainty, and that's going to put you on the right track as well. Okay, guys? So what if you had all that stuff, right? If I could hand you all that and work with you personally until you get results, right? Right. And again, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. It requires some work and some commitment on your part. Sorry, I can't just hand you a bunch of money, right? This isn't something, again, this isn't for looky-loos who are like, hey, can I just do this and it's going to work? It's like, sorry, right? It's not the way it works, right? But with this, we give you the right guidance and the works become much more effective and rewarding for you, okay? So what I'm going to show you guys is the AI mentorship, okay? This is what helped me get so successful. This is what all the students I've shown you get so successful in is the AI mentorship, right? This is the ultimate solution for success in the AI model industry, all right? So what this looks like, first of all. So what's new? I just redid the entire course. I redid the entire AI model method 4.0 and I redid all the mentorship, right? Me and this dude who works with us, we redid the whole course. It took us 2 months to do. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this to give you guys absolutely everything I know. And it's a complete step by step video training system updated for 2026, stuff that's working right now. Plus, there's a whole resource hub, which I'll show you, that has absolutely everything that you need. So you get the new, brand new fresh car smell course, okay? Plus, we built an AI support bot. So if you have questions when our team is off and they're not available to answer right away, and maybe you don't get an answer in the community right away, fair enough. You have a support bot that we've trained that gives you answers 24/7 as well with our best strategies. So it's literally like an AI Maddie that's there for you, supporting you 24/7. Plus, again, our coaches grade all your stuff. How do I set up my bridge page? Here, set it up. Okay, can you give me feedback on it? Cool. Here's what you need to fix on this. Cool. Can I set up, give me feedback on FanView? Yes, here's what you need to fix. Can you give me feedback on this reel? Yes, here's the caption. You need to use this. Duh. Right? Our coaches give you, we grade you. So you can't move past a certain point until you've gotten feedback from us, right? We give you a score out of 100. We're like, this is a 70. You can do an 80% higher. And then you go and implement what we show you. And that's how you succeed. All right. Plus, you get access to the private community. Again, all of our winning students. I do a coaching call once per week, sometimes even twice, like I did this past week as well. We invite experts to help you guys out as well. People who I have net are in my side of my network who are the best in terms of the AI and OnlyFans space. I know all these guys, okay? So we do that. We do Q&As. We hold you accountable at the same time inside the community and even in private channels, right? Plus you get our DM scripts as well. You get the prompts, you get the workflows. We give you everything, right? We show you all the tools. We make it so easy for you. And again, these are copy and paste scripts and prompts that actually drive revenue for you guys, okay? So if you guys are interested, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link inside the chat, but then I'm going to bribe you guys as well. Okay. So bear with me. I'm going to bribe you guys. So the link is in the chat. Okay. If you guys are interested, we're only opening this up for 5 people. Okay. And like I told you guys, the chances of me doing a webinar for a while are probably very low because of many issues. I had this last week for me was very stressful as well. And we only have the capacity to handle 5 new students with this intake. Okay. So again, click the link in the chat that I just dropped right now if you're interested in joining the AI mentorship. And again, you can book a free strategy call with our team. There's no pressure to move forward, right? And again, I'm going to show you in a moment how you can actually get a free model plus 30 days of content created for you, okay? But in terms of my week, guys, I had a long week, all right? I had an issue with my eyes. You guys can see I rarely wear glasses. I have these blue light glasses on. I had to go to the optometrist because I had an issue with my left eye, which really worried me. Guys, there was a home invasion that happened like 4 or 5 houses away from me. This cop knocked on my door on Wednesday at 3 a.m. Drove me insane. He's like, oh yeah. And then I look on the news the next day and there's, some like home invasion. I'm just like, geez, like I thought this was like a safe area. I guess not as well, right? Again, I take care of my mom full time. She has health issues as well, right? I have to help her with her diabetes. She goes to the doctor at least twice a week. I have to help her to all her appointments, right? She fell a couple of weeks ago, unfortunately, and hit her face. So I had to take her to the hospital. All right. So again, this is why I can only take in 5 people, so you guys know. And like I said, I potentially have something else as well that could take me off for a while. So now is really one of your last chances to work with me and the team. Okay. So yeah. But again, enough about me. Who gives a shit about Maddie? Honestly, doesn't matter. This is about you guys. Okay. So I'm going to bribe you guys. All right. But first of all, I want to show you guys what this could look like for you. Okay. So Des, first $5,500 a month. Okay. Big milestone after restarting socials, right? Got banned from Instagram, restarted. Oh, look, did 5,500 in a single month as well, right? Not bad. Okay. Within 30 days, by the way, not within a month, within 30 days as well. Voodoo works her buns off as a life coach. Just did a case study, dropped it on YouTube the other day, did 15K total, right? While being a life coach and while having other side hustles as well, and doesn't really know much about AI as well, right? So again, and these are some very low examples. Let's see some bigger examples, though, of some crazy earners, okay? So Steve messaged him last week. I'm like, yo, how's it doing? He's like, oh, February, 4K. Look, March started off with almost 3,500 so far, right? I'm like, sweet, you can probably hit 10K at least this month, right? And again, he joined, I think, like 3, 4 months ago. He's a full-time trader and does this in his spare time and made that much. So if he does that, you guys have no excuses, right? Sam came in last month, look, over 10K, right? Gaining some good momentum, slowly gaining momentum, and starting to look for chatters as well. Because that was my recommendation. I'm like, yeah, now you're at the point you're doing all the chatting yourself. Let me guess, you can't create content and continue the marketing, right? Right? So again, I'm like, yo, get chatters, like get our agency we recommend, guys. So if you want to be like Sam and Steve and Voodoo and Dez, again, link is in the description to apply. Again, only 5 spots, right? But let's show you some crazier results. Here we have Josh, 8K month, right? Boom, changes approach to AI models, right? From 0 to 8K within just a few months, right? Imagine that. Ulrika, I think Ulrika is like 60 something years old and she'd never used any sort of technology before, never used any Apple devices. And it's like, yeah, you need to get an iPhone. And she's just like, okay, I do it, right? And then has an eight within 3 months, does 8,200 overall, right? So again, in 1 month, that's insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. So yeah, if you want to be like her again, link is in the description to apply to work with us, right? Mantis, top 1%, did over 10K month, right? He and I are in communication quite a lot. Over here, by the way, I have Voodoo. I forgot who this was. This isn't Voodoo. I think it was Vix, but whatever. Either way, we have Mantis did a 10K month as well, right? Never thought it could be like business like that, right? The mentorship community are invaluable, right? I know in my talk with him all the time. And yeah, he barely speaks. He worked a retail job, hated it, and then did this. And again, has been very successful making consistent 10K months with this or as well, right? I forget who this other one is. I'm sorry, but they did at least 11K as well, right? So again, another example. Again, I know it's not Voodoo, it's someone else. I forget who it is, right? Song Duke, I mentioned this earlier. Again, case study is on my YouTube channel, right? 15K last month, right? Had their account banned, unfortunately, restarting, but still managed to get past 15K, right? And now I've told them, bro, just create a bunch more Instagrams. No worries here. You'll get one of them that pops off again, right? You'll get that viral reel, right? Here's Vix, though. He's like, oh, 12K isn't good enough, right? I need to hit the 20K. By the way, if you guys know Vix, right? Tell him, I'm like, bro, like we can do a case study interview. It can be completely anonymous, right? I know you're crushing it. I want to help you get to 20K. It's karma. If you don't do the interview, you're not going to hit 20K months. So if you guys know him, tell him, right? Be like, bro, you need to do an interview with Maddie for YouTube. Again, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to do anything. But again, I've been coaching him for a year now and helping him. And he's got to this point and he's being lazy. He's being lazy and he hit 12K months, 12K last month. So again, you can be like him if you put in a little bit more work. Okay. Lumen, does probably like 15, 20K minimum. I think her best month was at least 25K, might have been even 30. But this is a screenshot that she sent where she's like, here we go. Like, yep, it's a game changer, right? Went from 0 to 25K. Came to us, by the way. Tried to set up Instagram. I'm like, what are you like? What are you doing? Like, you need to do this. She's like, no, I'll do it like this. I'm like, no, just follow what I'm saying and then goes off. I'm like, oh, did you do what I said? She's like, no, I did some of that. I'm like, okay, just do all of it. And then like within a month, it's like, oh, there we go. I did 25K in a month. Duh. Again, our stuff works, right? Pav, 30K in a month. Imagine if you hit 30K in a month, right? And again, he's just like, it was a good month. It's like, bro, like that's beyond a good month. Imagine making 30K in a single month as well, right? And again, he's one of the top creators as well at this point, right? Very consistent with his model, right? Crushes it, doesn't really check in as much. But again, you can easily do this as well with your own AI model. Again, use all the stuff that I talked about as well, but get our guidance as well, right? Teddy in January did 37,000. This was because of a niche. This is his fourth model. I think he made like $200 with his previous three combined. And then I'm like, you just need to find a niche. Like, and bro, just do this. Like, do this need you do this, create this piece of content. There we go. Does it. $37,000 in January. All right. Duh. Olivier, right? Made 33,000 on Tuesday. I have his case study interview coming out, right? Where he says he did 25,000 last month, but within 33,000 days, within 30 days, he did 33,000. Illuminati confirmed clearly. But yeah, he said he's like, I think he made like 7 or 8 grand on Valentine's Day, right? So yeah. But yeah, imagine making 33,000 again in a single month or 37,000 in a month, right? Absolutely insane. Ryan, student of the year last year, right? He made more than this. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can see here, it says he made that much until November 27th. He probably made over 500K and just doesn't want to share with. Shame on you, Ryan. You need to update me on your earnings because you probably did $500,000 last year as well, right? And he is the most killer X Twitter strategy, which he rarely shares with people. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention with him as well, right? Again, absolute killer strategy that he has. So that's one thing as well, please. And if you guys are interested, again, the link is in the chat as well, right? The link is in the chat. It's not in the Q&A. Sorry, guys. It's in the Q&A as well. So if you're interested, it's in the chat. Open up the chat. There's a spot in the chat. Open that up. Not the Q&A in the chat in Zoom. There's a chat option. Open that. You'll see the link there. All right. I'll show you in a second. Don't worry, guys. I'm just going through the results, right? Sean made 100K within 90 days, right? Like imagine making that. That's what, like 30 something thousand. This is 105K within what? In 90 days, like less than 90 days. I think it was like 80 something days. Like that's like 30,000 on average for 3 months straight, which is insane. All right. So yeah, but Ryan, Sean, you can be like them. But again, they got these results because of our mentorship, right? They didn't get this because they had the system. They got it because they had our team helping them every step of the way as well. All right. So again, if you guys are interested, the link is in the description in the chat. Sorry, I meant not the description, the chat itself, not the Q&A, the chat. So again, you guys can apply to work with our team as well if you're interested, right? But I wanted to bribe you guys, like I said. So I'm going to give you guys a bunch of amazing bonuses, but only if you join within the next 48 hours, okay? I say 9,500 here. It's a lot more. I'm not going to lie. And again, there's only 5 spots, only 5 people who are going to get these right now. So number one, we updated the whole course, but you'll get evergreen updates. When we update the course in 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll get those updates as well. So keep this in mind, all right? When we update the content inside of the course, you will get the new stuff, right? When some new tool comes out, right? We'll call it, I don't know, the Roundhouse of Doom. All right. When the Roundhouse of Doom AI image and video generator comes out, right? You guys will have access to that. We'll show you exactly how to use that. Okay. Right. When you can just think of what you want to create and it creates it, we'll create a video and you guys can watch that inside of our portal. Okay. Now, what does this portal look like? Great question. Why don't I show you guys what the portal looks like? Ooh, look at this new portal, guys. Ooh, look how slick it looks. All right. Ooh. So again, we've updated the course. So we have multiple courses here, right? Some of you are probably inside the AI model method 4.0, right? Which I just redid the whole thing. And then I redid the AI mentorship. We do have a premium offer, which again, I can talk a little bit about, where we create all your content for you and give you the marketing strategy. And you just need to do the marketing. And we create, I think, like 2 or 3 months worth of content and some not safe for work content, everything you need to get started and a bunch of other stuff. But when it comes to the mentorship, you get evergreen updates in here, okay? You get the resources as well, right? So again, you get all their call recordings. We have a whole leaderboard where you can see how you stack up to everyone else in the community. All the resources are here. Even all the old stuff that's outdated and antiquated at this point is inside of here, right? Chatting blueprint, lesson, right? All this stuff. How to do Instagram reels, right? How to create not safe for work images, how to navigate Instagram, how to prompt in Claude, right? Sequences to sell stuff, right? What your funnel is, how to set up stuff, right? And operational stuff as well. When it gets to the point where you're like, bro, like I'm making a bunch of money, like I'm tired of doing the chatting and the content creation and social media, like I just want to automate it. How do I hire people? Boom, it's all in the operational resources, right? All the lesson resources are here, right? Everything you need to know, creating persona, niche validation, well, family posts. And again, we grade you at every step. You finish a lesson, you get grading from our coaches, not some little AI bot, which you also have. You get coaches from a real human, you get grading from a real human being. A real human being will look at all your stuff and be like, hey, this is why it's amazing, right? So yeah, that's what you guys get as well. So keep this in mind, okay? And again, all the stuff here, fan view intro video, think like a marketer, how the algorithm works, external traffic, all the stuff. I just redid this. I spent 2 months. I did put so much work in this. And again, you get evergreen updates. And the next one I do, where I'll probably be bleeding from my eyes, showing you guys about the Roundhouse Kick of Doom tool, you guys will get access to that as well. Okay, guys. So that's what the portal looks like. Okay. So you get evergreen updates when you access this within the next 48 hours. And again, only 5 of you are getting this. All right. On top of this, guys, you get access to our brand new tool, My Post Gen. And I'll show you guys in a second. This is kind of what it looks like. Maybe you guys have heard of Higgsfield. Maybe you guys have heard of Weavy. Maybe you guys have heard of, I don't know, what are some other ones, right? Wave Speed. Maybe you guys have heard of, what are some other ones? Repick, Open Art, right? You guys have heard all these? My Post Gen crushes those, dominates them, right? Puts it in a figure four leg lock and makes Higgsfield tap out, right? Because we made this tool specifically for AI models, whereas Higgsfield's going to block you, right? And again, if it's not working, you ask your coach, you're like, why isn't this working? He's like, bro, you're using the wrong tool. You're not using spicy mode. You're not using this. Do this, right? But you guys want to see what this looks like? This is my post gen. So you have both the new versions. And when Seedream 5 comes out, you'll get that in here as well, right? For all your not safe work stuff. Not only do you have Nano Banana Pro, you have Nano Banana 2. You have Z Image Turbo. So if you want to create a lore of your model, right? If you want to create a character as well with the niche, you can create that from within here. Duh. The carousel generator, you put in one image, gives you multiple ones as well, right? All you need to do with this is we give you the license, put in your WaveSpeed API key, put in your Gemini API key, put in your Grok one. Again, we show you how to do this. I don't know how API works, guys. I'm not a very smart man. I just know if I copy and paste them in here and put a prompt and click go, I get exactly what I want. All right. Upscaling it. You want it again to give it that zhuzh, that final oh, right? So it looks amazing. Do this. Outfit swap. Oh, my model's in a red bikini. Put her in a blue dress. Done. Right? Product placer. Cool. I want to do UGC stuff, right? I want to sell this back scratcher, okay? Put this back scratcher in my model's hand, okay? This ball for like my shoulder that I use, right? When I'm in pain because I've been scrolling on my mouse too much, generating images. Put this in my model's hand and have her sell this to people, right? Like you can do that. Reshot AI. Put a different facial expression. I want her sad. I want her happy, right? Duh, like this stuff works. And that's just the images. We have the video ones, Kling 2.1, Kling 2.6, Kling 3, both the versions of motion control. Guys, motion control, like game changer. Man, I wish we had motion control a couple of insane. I wish I had motion control a couple years ago. Anyways, that's a whole other story. Motion control game changer. And again, we can show you how to do that. Grok video. You want to use that because it's a little bit less expensive to test out some stuff. Great. One 2.2 spicy. You want to create some spicy videos in one 2.2 and one 2.5. Cool. Create your spiciness in here, right? Video upscaler. Oh, you want to lip sync your model? Cool. Infinite talk is in here. Sweet. What else do we have? First frame extractor for this is a tool you use to extract the first frame when you're doing motion control. Works. Kling motion prep. Again, preparation tool. No one else has this as well. Like this tool is insane. Ooh, the resize tool. You want to resize stuff and you don't want to do it in Canva? Cool. Just do it in here. Duh. You want to rename the file, right? You want to change the metadata. Duh. Because you want to post on multiple platforms or on the same platform again. You want to convert the image from AVIF or WebP. Why do these companies make images in AVIF and WebP? Like just put them in JPEG and PNG, right? If it's a big image, sure, PNG I can understand. But like ICO and SVG guys, like these jerks, man, shame on them. They should just have JPEG and PNG. Those were the OGs. It should all be that good. But if you happen to have those, fair enough, use this tool to do that as well, right? Face blur tool if you want to blur it out, metadata sanitizer, background remover tool, video trimmer if you want to trim down your video as well. And again, you can use that to redo stuff. You have access to this all in my post gen. Again, it's an all-encompassing AI aggregator tool that has everything that you need as well, right? And again, our designer built this from scratch for this business model, and we only give this to our mentorship students, all right? We don't give it outside of it anywhere. It's only for mentorship students, just so you guys know, okay? So again, that's one of the bonuses you guys get access to if you sign up for the mentorship. Again, only, what did I say? 5 spots available. All right. I don't know why. I must have missed one of the bonuses because I'm missing bonus 2. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, bonus number 3, the FanView social proof package. Do you guys remember earlier when I showed you my profile over here? So this one, we'll give you this little verification badge, right? We can give you guys that. You can get 1,500 likes. I think it's 2,000. We actually give it to you at this point. So you get 2,000 likes. I made 500 sexy feed posts, so you guys don't even have to think about the captions for your FanView stuff. You guys get those. I wrote intro video scripts for you guys. You guys get those. I created a CapCut template you guys can use to create your intro video. I give you those. I give you the Canva template to create your banner image there. I give you those. All right. I'm going to create a GIF thing so you can create a GIF. I say GIF. Some of you guys say GIF. I say GIF with a hard G. A GIF, right? Like an animated image for your model here, right? That you can have on your profile as well. I created all these little things for you guys to set this up, right? But again, you only get this if you join the mentorship. All right. So again, this is a social proof package plus all those other assets. And there's actually a couple of other that I'm forgetting, but that's another bonuses here as well that I'm basically just completely forgetting as well. But yeah, you get that as well when you sign up now. On top of this, we have a deal with you for you guys for our partners at Starterlink /Chatterlink. So this is the agency we recommend, okay? We have a deal with them. So when your model, you start to get traffic again. You can't start with them until you're getting traffic at first, right? But once you do get the traffic and you're like, I don't want to be doing the messaging, we have a deal. You go to them, they're like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, so tell us about you're like, oh, well, I'm a Imagine Education mentorship student. Oh, you are? Okay, we'll take great care of you. Don't worry. We'll give you a discount. You're good to go, right? Set takes like less than 24 hours. You're in, you have people chatting with your subscribers from there, right? And even if you're in the mentorship and your traffic blows up, guys, I will get on your account personally and start chatting with all your followers and get you on Zoom and show you how to chat if it comes to that. Okay. I will personally do that for you. All right. Do I have time to do that? No, but I will do that for you once it blows up. Okay. While you're waiting for Chatterlink or Starterlink, because they have two options with their pricing, I will get on there and help you out there. All right. So keep this in mind. All right. That's an option as well. But again, we have an exclusive deal with them as well. And you only get that if you're inside the mentorship. On top of this, I mentioned Ryan, right? Probably made 500,000 last year, but let's say he did just make $437,000 last year in sales. Okay, let's just say that, right? Let's just say he did. Let's round it, nice round number, $450,000 in sales last year. Okay, he has a whole video that he did on his Twitter Next strategy, right? This video right here. Whoa, what is it? Like a 50-minute video that I did with him where he talks about his whole Twitter marketing strategy on how he does this as well, right? Everything is here in the notes that I recorded as well, right? You guys can get a little bit of a preview, right? What does it say? Find viral post, right? Post engaging reply, timing, right? Why provide massing algorithm boost, right? Recommendations, keeping DMs open to post engagement, duh, right? So again, we'll give you guys this recording as well. And he's probably, I think he's going to do another one with us soon on something else as well, because I'm going to bribe him and get him to do another thing with people inside the mentorship. But again, only mentorship students will see that as well. But you get access to that coaching call as well with Ryan. Okay. And again, he was student of the year last year. Very valuable when it comes to that. So again, we'll give you that recording of that call, and then you guys have access to that. But I told you guys, I'm like, hey, if you stay until the end, I'll show you how you can get a free model. All right. So our designer, again, he'll give you a model. We'll just give you a model. Here you go. Take a model, right? Like imagine if you just didn't have to figure it out and stuff. And even then, you get a model. Our team will be like, cool, here's your model. Then again, look is one thing. She's blonde, she's Swedish, great. Let's figure out what niche she's in. Here's some content ideas. Here's how to create the content. All right. Here's how to do that. You guys have all the tools. You have my post gen, you have the reference image of her, you have Laura, you have a bunch of pre-done content as well, right? With this. But yeah, you basically get your model done for you as well. So you can get started right away. It's like, here's your model. Here you go. Go create the content. But let's make this even easier, okay? And by the way, here's our model marketplace. So there's all sorts of different looks, right? Latinas, Asian, blonde, brunette, redhead, right? Silver hair, more redhead, more blonde. Just choose one of these. More than good enough to get started. Choose one of these. Start marketing her, basically. That's all you need to do to get started, okay? But again, guys, I'll bribe you. I'll bribe you a little bit more. We'll give you 30 days worth of content as well. All right. So we'll give you 30 days worth of content. So guess what? Sorry, I can't click. We'll give you guys 30 days of done for you pre-made content. So then this way, you have everything. You have your model. You have 30 days. You can start warming up your account right away while you figure out how to create the content yourself and how to use my post gen stuff while you get feedback from our coaches, right? You just start warming up the account because usually those first few posts aren't going to warm it up. Instagram just wants to show that you're doing this, right? And I always recommend, I'm like, when you first start the account, go through our warm up, upload all your content as drafts. This way, Instagram goes, oh, look, they have a bunch of content ready to go, but they have patience. They're not posting right away. Again, this is a tip that I use. This works so well on TikTok and Instagram. It's insane. When you preload a bunch of content as posts, right? It's like a fully loaded gun, basically, right? And I'm a big firearm guy. Sorry, guys. That's what I don't like cars and stuff. I'm a big firearm guy. That's what I spend my time on, right? When you have a fully loaded like thing and with stuff and you're patient and you don't fire, right? You have trigger discipline and you do it the way Instagram wants, they're going to reward you in the long run. All right. And then once you start posting your own content, it's like, boom, like now we're in momentum, right? But again, we give you 30 days worth of content, right? We give you a content package, looks something like this, right? So we just give you this images. I believe there's reels as well. We just give to you to start warming up the account basically, right? So this way, again, we give it to you. You have 30 days, you figure this out. You're going from there, right? You're ready to rock. You have images, you got carousels specifically, you got my post gen, right? You have everything you need really to succeed with the mentorship, right? I don't know how you couldn't succeed if you did this and worked at this every day for like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Like it would be almost impossible, right? So again, I'm urging guys, if you are interested in this, right? join the mentorship, right? Apply. The link is in the chat, not the Q&A. It's in the chat as well. Okay. So again, go for this as well, right? And as I mentioned, right, there's only 5 spots available, right? I have a lot of stress, some burnout right now, so I might take some time off. We'll see. Probably not going to have one of these for a while, guys, a master class specifically. So yeah, apply now. There's only 5 spots. And again, only 5 where you're getting all that stuff, right? And to kind of recap everything, right? I'd say it's over $10,000 in bonuses that we give you guys, especially with that content pack. That's worth a lot more than that, right? And once these are gone within the next 48 hours, they're not coming back, all right? And here's the summary again. You get unlimited portal access, right? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, you get all my past webinars. I don't know what happened to that slide. So I've recorded how many of these have I done? Let's see. August, September, 2 in October, November, December, January, February. I've done 8 of these so far. I think I counted that correctly. Maybe we'll say 7, okay, just in case, because I did fail grade 10 math twice, and yet I was still successful with AI models. So yeah, I will give you all the past webinars as well, right? The one last month was pretty overpowered, to be honest. And the one in January is I don't know, all of them are good, to be honest. I think the one in September and October, they were okay. But the one last month in January, and even the one that I did in December, the Christmas special one, those things were fire, bro. Like I was on fire just like I am tonight, right? So again, bonuses, right? Unlimited portal access, right? Evergreen updates. You're good to go forever. When the new Roundhouse of Doom tool comes out, we'll show you how to use that as well, right? When some new video tool comes out, when some new not safe for work tool comes out, when updates happen, we'll give you those. All my past webinars, right? 7 or 8 of them, like I said, we'll give you all of those as well, all the past recordings. My post gen, you get exclusive access to that. That's only for mentorship students, only for 5 of you. The fan view package as well, right? Not just the check mark, not just the likes, all that other stuff, the intro video, the intro scripts, the sexy captions, the banner images that you can use, the template, all that stuff as well, the GIF thing, all that's available for you. Plus the chatting agency exclusivity, right? You get to deal with them. They basically give you access over everyone else, right? Oh, I'm a mentorship student. Cool. You get to the front of the line and they start helping you out within 24 hours. The X strategy call with Ryan, that is so invaluable, right? Again, he shares absolutely everything you need to do. You can dominate Instagram, which I've shown you how to do, but I would say he's better at X than I am. So, I would just have him in your corner helping you out with that as well. Plus, on top of this, we give you a pre-built model. So you get a model just done, created for you. You don't have to worry about that. Here's your model. Cool. Create the content. Oh, and you know what? Here's 30 days worth of content to start warming up while you figure out how to use my post gen, and you can get graded every single point. You get all that. All right, guys. So if you're interested in this, again, this is only available for the next 48 hours for 5 of you. Link is in the chat right now. All right. Book your call. I urge you to do so. Let me just take a quick sip. Oh, I still have some of my pineapple one. Do you guys like sparkling water? I'm a big sparkling water guy. And once these spots are gone, guys, they're gone. It's that simple. Now, you guys are like, oh, is there a guarantee this is work? I can't guarantee anything, guys. I wish I could guarantee stuff, right? Can I guarantee that it's not going to rain tomorrow? I can't, right? Sorry. Like, even if they'll forecast and be like, it's going to be sunny days, it's still possibility of rain, to be honest, right? So really what I can't promise, and the reason why I can't guarantee anything is I don't know if you'll do the work, right? I could give you all that stuff, and if you're not posting on Instagram consistently, that's not my fault. That's yours, right? I can't promise that you're not going to give up, right? Something random happens in your life, unfortunately something happens in your personal life that prevents you from going forward. Sorry, that's outside of my control, right? I can't promise that you'll give up when things get hard in your life as well, right? You work your 9 to 5, for example, you don't do stuff at night. That's outside of my control, right? I tell you to post while you're in the bathroom at work, right? While you're on your break and you don't do it, like that's on you, right? I can't follow that. I can't say that you won't go rogue man of doom either, where you won't be like, oh, I know Maddie shows this and it worked for all of his students, right? It helped Mariel hit $25,000 a month, and it helped Sean hit over 100,000 within 3 days, and it helped Teddy do $37,000 in a single month, right? And it helped Vix make $12,000, which he was upset about and should do an interview with Maddie, and helped Oliver last month do over 25,000. It helped Song Duke do 15,000 in January, but you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing because I think I'm right, right? So I can't promise you're going to do these things. What I can promise though is that we give you the exact system and we give you the guidance. You have our coaches in your corner. They're grading you every step of the way. You get our tools, our workflows, and our audits, right? And we know these things work. Like I talked about earlier, right? The proven McDonald's franchise. Imagine McDonald's gave you a franchise and you didn't do what they said, and it's like the most successful franchising place available of all time. Bro, like, come on, man. Like, you need to follow our guidance and our tools and what we're talking about, right? And even then, guys, if you follow this stuff and you don't see progress, we'll just keep working with you until you do, okay? So like that's really my own little guarantee, okay? But again, success does require that you show up and put in some effort, right? I can't guarantee anything in life, like I said, right? Like I didn't know I was going to get sick last week. I didn't know there was going to be this thing that happened near me, right? I didn't realize that doing so much of this stuff, recording so many videos, I would get so tired, right? So I can't guarantee anything, right? But again, if you follow our stuff and you don't get the results and you show up every single day and you don't see it, we'll just keep working with you. We'll keep helping you out until you do, all right? And I know you guys have a lot of questions. We're going to get through those. I think there's like a million questions. So don't worry, guys. I'm sticking around. We're here. Appreciate you guys not tuning out yet, right? So again, if you guys are interested, the link is in the chat. Click on that link. It's going to bring you a page that looks like this. You go here, you put your information here. It's going to say AI automation discovery, right? On this call, we're going to talk about XYZ with you. See if you're a fit or not. Go here, give us your phone number, put your first and last name, choose a time to talk with our team, book a call. You do this within the next 48 hours. You'll guarantee those all those bonuses I said for the mentorship, right? Again, all that good stuff. But if you don't right now, you can't get that stuff. All right. So just go ahead, click that link in the chat, fill out the application, book a time with our call, book a free strategy call or discovery call, whatever we call it, and you can get on a call with our team. So let's go through the most common questions that we get often. All right. But I'm a complete beginner, Maddie. I have no tech skills. RHDO. So our course, our mentorship starts from absolute zero. So if you have no tech skills, it doesn't matter if you don't know AI, right? If you have no coding or design experience, if you don't want to show your face with this stuff, right? If you're not I'm not a good looking woman, Maddie. How could I succeed? It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We give you a model. She's good looking. Choose a niche. We'll help you choose the right niche, give you feedback, post the content. Cool. You're getting traffic. Cool. Do some chatting, create some scripts, sell that stuff. Sweet, you're making money. Cool. Let's outsource some stuff. Let's automate. Doesn't matter if you have no tech skills as well, no business experience. Doesn't matter. I don't have a big following. I talked about this earlier. Right? Doesn't matter. These guys out there, they'd probably prefer a model where she has less suitors and less competition. Okay. Right. Mantis, he hit top 1% with just 4,000 followers, right? Quality content beats quantity every time. I'd rather have an account, again, with one follower, but I have a reel that did 50 million views, right? Then 50 million followers and one reel that did 100 views, right? Makes sense, right? Like no brainer there. Again, attention economy that we live in right now, right? So quality beats quantity every single time. Doesn't matter if you have a big following, doesn't matter. Less competition for you if you actually have a smaller account from the guy's perspective. So keep this in mind. I don't know what niche to pick. Cool. We'll run you through the prompt together, or we'll be like, help me understand your niche idea. No, that's a decent start, but you know what? Let's do this instead. How about we add this specific thing? Okay, let's add this to her personality. Does that make sense? See how that would beat a generic, boring niche, right? Again, we'll help you out with that, right? You get an onboarding call with our team. We'll help you out there. You get our coaches who I've trained to help you out with all that stuff. So don't even worry about that. We'll help you lock in a niche, something original, something that makes sense, a blue ocean strategy, a purple cow that stands out from all the other generic, boring, white and brown, black cows that exist out there in the field, right? People will turn their heads up like, what's that, right? Again, they'll see your model, you'll be have something original. So don't worry about that, right? What if it doesn't work for me? Again, our grading system will make it work. If it doesn't, if you join and you don't get results, we'll just keep working with you. We'll keep giving you feedback. We'll keep pushing you. Be like, no, you're stuck. Cool. Get on my mindset call. Let me untangle the Christmas lights in your mind. All right. Help you get unstuck to take the next steps. All right. That's what we'll do. And again, if this sounds good, book your strategy call, right? I can see spots are filling up right now for the strategy calls. So again, I would book these as soon as possible, right? There's only 5 spots available though for this intake. But more questions before I go into your questions, guys. Okay, so I have never used AI before. Even better, guys. Like there's less to untangle in your mind if you've never used these tools before. You come in, fresh start. We're like, hey, use this tool. You don't need to learn all those other things. You just use my post gen. Use this. Generate your images. Cool. You got those. Let's score them. Cool. You got 70, you can do better. You do it. Cool. Now you got 90, you're good to go. Now do your videos. Cool. Now start your Instagram more about. Cool. Do this, create some scripts, create some content to sell in the back end, right? You're good to go. So again, if you've never used AI before, it doesn't matter. This stuff is not that complicated. This AI stuff, you don't need to be an engineer, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand this AI stuff. It's not that complicated. I barely graduated high school, guys. I don't have a diploma. Like I am so dumb. I don't know anything about artificial intelligence, right? Like again, I brag. The AI warlord was something I created as a joke, and I literally became that because it was a self-fulfilling prophecy where I'm like, I'm the AI warlord, and people are like, okay, like, we're sorry. I'm like, why are you guys reacting like this? I'm like, I'm kidding, guys. I'm like, okay, like, I know you're good. I know you're tough. So again, give yourself a name, right? Give yourself some cool handle right now that you can become. Okay, you're, the AI wizard, or you're the AI warlock or something, right? Something like that. Again, many options. Give yourself that, right? You're the I don't know, dominator. You're the AI dragon, right? Call yourself that. Again, self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you never used AI, doesn't matter. And these tools are way easier than it was a year ago, 2 years ago. So don't worry about that. What if I don't have time, right? When I work a full-time job, I have a family, I like to play squash on the weekend, right? Cool. You just need 45 minutes a day, right? That's really all you need to get started, okay? And again, if you're batch creating your content, maybe on the weekend you spend 1 or 2 hours batch creating your content for the week for FanView and for your Instagram, which again, you can reuse it for all the social medias, right? But 45 minutes Monday to Friday, more than enough. Maybe a couple hours on the weekend. That's really all you need, right? So again, if you have that time, book a call with our team. Is this saturated? No, guys, like we're so early in this stuff. This whole AI influencer, AI model stuff by 2033, I showed a chart on this in the last webinar, which again, you get as one of the bonuses, right? It's going to be it has a CAGR, a compound annual growth rate of over 38% with a market cap of hitting 100, almost 112 billion by 2033. So this market is rapidly expanding from here, right? To put that into context as well, I think the market right now is like 30 or 40 billion, something like that. So this market is rapidly expanding as it is, right? Even then, FanView just signed a round A funding of $22 million, right? For round A funding, right? Like and their user growth every single day in terms of not creators, but actual guys who are buying this content, because mostly guys buy this content. Let's just get that out of the way, right? And it can be straight guys, it can be gay guys. So if you want to create a male model, fair enough. Like that's a whole other story, but gay guys are mostly going to buy that, right? I don't think women buy this kind of content, to be honest. It's just my experience. I've had women chat with my model because they're into her as well. They're like, you are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. I've had them chat with my models before, but they don't really buy the content as well, right? So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's not saturated at this point. You just need to, again, find a niche for your model, find something original. That's what you need to be doing. And again, we'll help you out with that inside the mentorship. I already have an AI model. Is this for me? Yes, of course. There's no limits to how far this business can go with this, right? You can take your own model. We can help you revamp her. You can have two models going, whatever you want, if you have the time to do so. But that's really it, right? So again, if you are interested, like I said, this is really one of your last chances before I go into the Q&A. The link is live in the chat right now. Click that. Go here, enter your phone number, your name, your last name, continue, choose a time, talk with our team. If you're a good fit, we'll make you an offer to join. If not, we'll be like, you're not ready to go. Sorry. And just make sure you commit on time when you do book that, okay? So again, if you are interested, only 5 spots are available, right? When you join within the next 48 hours, okay? So we're going to go through all of your questions right now. Cool. Let's go through these right now. All right. So we have 199 questions. Right. Let's go back a long time. All right. So let's see. You guys can hear me. We have that one. All right. You guys were telling where you guys are all from. Sydney, Portland, Oregon, Las Vegas. All right. Kentucky, Illinois, Kingston, Ontario. Nice. You're not too far. I love Kingston. Oregon, Florida, and Mark. Oh, Toronto. You're in Toronto as well. Nice. Loud and clear from Nevada. Nice. Maddie, where are you out of? I'm in Toronto, by the way, guys. Sydney, Australia. I lived there for 6 months back in the day, over about 15 years ago. I love Australia. Very beautiful, very chills. Had a vision there, went on a walkabout and saw that in the future I would build AI models and make a bunch of money. But I had to move back home. That was what I saw. London, Minnesota, Milton, nice, very close. Muscat, Oman, wow, 3 a.m. Damn, it must be late. Probably like 4 a.m. for you now. Portugal, San Diego, cool. We'll go through these. No echo, cool, loud and clear. That was when I had sound issues. You guys couldn't see my screen. Sorry about that, guys. You guys could see me. Cool, cool, cool. You guys understand what I was saying. Excellent job on the 4.0. Oh, yeah. So, someone, first of all, one of their questions was about Claude versus ChatGPT. I really just used Claude at this point, to be honest, guys. I just find it a much more useful tool. It has better plugins. I'm a copywriter by trade, so it just writes more human like stuff. That's just what I've noticed, right? So, I use it for that as well. Um, and honestly, guys, like, in some cases, I'll ask Claude and ChatGPT and even Manus and even Llama and even Grok. I'll ask it the same thing just to get some different ideas and perspectives, right? Because why not? Like it's this, I put in the same prompt. It's free in a lot of cases to do this, right? Sure, there are limitations with how many times you can use it, but with Claude, they just give you like so much on their free plan too. Again, I barely have ever paid for Claude and I've got so much out of it. So I really recommend it. It's from a company called Anthropic, right? And ChatGPT, I don't know, they're in some like troubles, it seems, right now. Like their funding has gone down and Sam Altman, people are like kind of sketched out by him. So, and Anthropic, there was something that happened with the US government where like the US is like, oh, these other tools, like you need to give us access. And they're like, we're not giving you access. And they're like, oh, you're evil corporation. And Anthropic is like, right? So yeah, I would say Claude I would is just the best tool, right? For coding, oh my gosh, it's amazing at this point, right? Because code is a language, right? All these large language models, as they're called, right? ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, Llama, Manus, they're all large language models. So yeah, that's why I prefer it, right? Excellent job on the 4.0. Thank you. That really means a lot because I put so much work into it. French Canadian too, ça va bien. J'adore faire du ski. J'ai un chalet à Owl's quand j'étais plus jeune. Nous avons fait beaucoup de ski à Québec. Ma maman est du Montréal et mon papa, il est anglophone, alors il ne parle pas beaucoup en français. Oui. Tabernush. All right. My mother lived with me from 2002 last year when she passed away. Oh, that sucks. I feel you. That's why I'm finally doing something with this, like for me. Nice. Yeah, you should totally do this for yourself as well. Awesome. And you have a podcast. Nice. I'll check that out. Many blessings for taking care of your mom. Thank you. Where can I see the other master classes? So yeah, the master classes are only available again. I'll give you those to you if you sign up for the mentorship. Only 5 of you guys, right? All making sense. Love your energy. Keeping with you. I'm with you, Maddie. Makes sense. I get the concept of why it works. I need to actually see it in action, I think, especially the not safe for work in action. Yeah, I mean, one thing I did back in the day is I would just go to other creators and like find their free ones and then see how they chatted and tried to sell me content. But chatting, like, it's pretty straightforward. You give them a teaser piece, right? That's what I do. I'll give them one or two teaser pieces. Be like, hey, like, like, oh, I just got, what was the one that I was telling someone about the other day? It's like a university student, right? It's like, oh, I just got back from cheerleading practice, right? Do you like my cheerleading outfit? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, I do like it, right? And be like, oh, cool. Like, do you like it now? And then it's like a picture of her kind of holding down her shoulders, right? Showing her bra straps. And it's like, oh my God, I love it. And it's like, want me to take it fully off? Cool. You're like, yes, I do. Cool. $25 to do that. Cool. Want me to take this off? Cool. Want me to do this? Done. Like $200, $300 right there. Cool. I hear that. Creating something from nothing. Exactly. That's the way I am. I'm a big Atlas Shrugged guy, right? I believe in capitalism, although there are some downsides of capitalism. I prefer capitalism over communism, socialism, globalism. That's just the way I am. All right. Like I believe in building stuff yourself, and I don't trust the government. I don't trust large corporations. That's just the way I am. I'll never have that much faith in them. Um, Question, I do have a model yet who I love, not typical. Yeah. I mean, I love my model as well. She made me so much money, created her from experience of what has come my way. So yeah, if she's generic, again, put her in some sort of niche as well. Can my model be used for the packages offered? Yeah. So you can use those as well, right? You just, again, give her some sort of niche as well. Like I said, right? Not safe for work. Plus maybe it sounds like her look is down. So give her some sort of not safe for work niche, put her in some sort of niche as well that people are rationally passionate about, right? It could be guys are, I don't know, obsessed with Harry Potter books. It could be that niche for an example, right? It could be cricket. It could be just, again, ask Claude, what are things people, give me 100 examples of things people are rationally passionate about in terms of niches, and it'll give you all the examples. Eh bien, ça fait plaisir. Tu parles en français. I only speak a little bit though, and not the best as well. I just tested the prompt in Claude. It didn't work yet. Worked the second time. Cool. What's the situation with Telegram? How does it work? So with that, You can funnel guys to Telegram and then have like a chat AI bot set up with them, right? And then funnel them over to FanView. So that does work as well. Just for me, like I just found that again, the bridge page method just really works well, but that does warm them up as well, right? Kind of like sending them from Instagram to your bridge page to Telegram, and then the Telegram again warms them up. And it's like, oh, you know what? I can only send, I rarely am on Telegram. I really spend all my time on FanView. Here's a free trial link, right? You can chat with me unlimited for the next, whatever, 7 days, 30 days there, right? It's basically just a quick like chatting, just so again, get them over the fence. And then again, that's really how that strategy works. Are there any laws or regulations that an AI model needs to be disclosed on the AI model? I don't even, there's no regulation, but I would just be safe there. So again, you can in your profile on Instagram say, you're an AI model, virtual influencer, digital creator, something like that. But on FanView, you definitely need to do it, right? Because they are regulated. So you need to have that on FanView no matter what. On your content, I would mark it as AI. And it's like, oh, but it's not going to reach as many people. It doesn't matter if you mark it as AI. You're being transparent. You can still reach a lot of people, even if it's AI content, right? There's a lot of videos that just are created using AI, right? That are cool looking, right? So again, doesn't really matter. Better you're transparent will prevent you from getting banned. Is there a way to set up FanView page without confirming the account? No, you need to use your government ID. Grok is not easy to use for spicy content. I know from scratch. I know it used to be. So yeah, you want to use something like Juan for that. Juan, Sea Dream, those are your best option. Maybe if we pay the higher tier, no, just use Juan and Sea Dream. Is the automator system that Imagine sells good enough? Yes, it is the best. You are the bestest. Thank you. I am super excited about this and getting it up and running. Awesome sauce. I'm trying to learn. Nice. You're awesome, Maddie. Thank you. Real talk, professional but relatable. I appreciate that. I have an old iPhone 11, was previously connected to Wi-Fi, all that. Been factory reset. Yeah, you should be good to go. I recommend at this point, I usually just get iPhone 12 or higher, but I would try that out again. If you get shadow banned, create other accounts, see if you do. And then if your reach is very low, then I would probably get another device like an iPhone 11 or higher, or sorry, iPhone 12 or 13 or higher. And yeah, I just get them refurbished on Amazon. You can get them in excellent, good, or even fair condition for like even the 12s. I can get them for like sometimes I'll have them for like $200, which is insane on Amazon. $200 Canadian, which is like 125, 130 American. So beacons, I already answered that. Can I archive the older, less realistic posts on Instagram without messing it up? Yeah, you don't want to delete them, just archive them. Also, how much is your mentorship? It really varies in pricing, to be honest. Again, you can talk with our team more about that. We have our mentorship offer and then our premium one, which we create 2 or 3 months worth of content, I forget, with you. And again, our team can talk about that. If you are interested, again, book a call with our team. Link is in the chat right now. I've seen some accounts that link their X account and their X account links to FanView. X, you can get away with that as well. They haven't cracked down too much on having your OnlyFans or FanView link as well. Maria, thank you. You're cracking me up, Maddie. Love the money. Money coming into your account. Sorry, I'm late. No worries. What did you say in your message? I'm new to not safe for work POV. You just act as if you're interested in them, right? You genuinely get interested in them. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Cool. What are you into? Why did you start following me? Ask them why. Ask them why they're here, right? Don't be like, do you want this picture of my boobs for $20? Do you want that, sweetie? Like, no, you do that, right? Like, duh, right? These guys, again, you need to think of it like a strip club. I've never been to a strip club in my entire life. Like, I swear I've never been in one, but I've watched videos and I've seen movies on them and I've heard other people talk about them. Like, yeah, you go in there, and then the girl like comes up, she's like, hey, being all nice to you, asking you if she's into you, right? And the next thing you know, she's giving you a lap dance and you're, stuffing dollar bills into her G string and you've spent $300 sort of thing. So it's really the same thing. And again, it's levels of intimacy, right? It's like, the more skin she shows, the more they're going to pay, right? The more things she does that's explicit, the more they're going to pay for that sort of stuff. So keep this in mind. And again, you can easily create this stuff with Juan, and with our tool, My Post Gen, you can create it even faster and get feedback from our coaches and get help with scripts. Can chatting be fully automated with AI API? No, it's not at that level. Usually, again, when you outsource it, you can outsource it to a chatting agency. They're usually using someone in Nigeria, the Philippines, or some third world country to basically message with the guys on your account. And again, there's a whole process, but my recommendation is just get an agency. Are those message prompts people talking to you as her, or you were talking to them about the virtual girl? So you're talking to us as if you're the virtual girl, if that's what you mean. It says AI generated in hints. Why would you guys subscribe? They don't care. So these guys, either they don't know or they don't care, right? And you'll get guys who come in and they ask, are you AI? And you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, should I disclose? Should I tell them? What do I do? What do I say? I just go like, yeah, baby, I'm AI, and I'm gonna give you the best experience that no real woman has ever given to you before. You're gonna be on your deathbed thinking about this. You're gonna be on there like, oh my God, I remember with that AI model, she showed me this, and it was like, oh, she was the hottest one I've ever seen. You're gonna be dreaming about that on your deathbed, right? You're gonna be, you know, on your deathbed, basically with your last boner, thinking about me when you die, right? So you're ready to have the best experience of your life, yes or no? And again, some of them they say no. But then the guys who say yes, cha-ching. All right, hey, I think the audio is down. Oh, I turned it up. Darn, sorry. Hey, do you say mainstream model to create content? How do you maintain the same model to create content? So you can create a LoRa, but now these tools, it's so much easier. You have a couple of good master reference images, right, with different angles and heads and photo angles of your model you create. And then again, you can create stuff like that, right? And again, we show you how to do this inside the mentorship. So if you haven't already, click on the link in the bot in the chat and book a call with our team to discuss that. And you can get all the bonuses. Again, only 5 of you for the next 48 hours. That's it. With chatting agency, yes. Chatterlink slash, what do they call it? Starter link. What chat agency do you recommend? I saw you answer the question. Cool. If Chatter agency copies our model, they won't. I guarantee they won't. They don't have time to. They're so busy. How come this started an hour late? I'm not sure. I think our team, they're located in Europe and there was a daylight savings that happened. So yeah, if that's the case, don't worry. We can send you the recording and you can get there. Cool. Super valuable. Thanks. Very valuable. You're the best. I love your energy and how much you take care of your mom. Yes, this has a lot of good information. Yes, yes, I can do this. You can. A ton of value, Maddie. Could you be able to email me the prompt you have tonight? Yeah, we'll send that to you. We'll give you the whole presentation with your earnings. I'm not sure how things work in Canada, but you have to be registered as a business to declare your earnings. I'm not a legal or tax expert, but in Canada, I do pay my taxes, which I need to do next month, which is one of the reasons, again, I'm probably not going to do anything next month because that always stresses me out. But in Canada, you can either register as a sole proprietorship or you can register as a, what's it called? I think it's an incorporation. So you can do either or, right? I think like a sole proprietorship is like 100 something bucks, and then the corporation is like five to a hundred to 1,000. Or again, you could do it, potentially get an LLC in the US and run it like that, but you're still gonna have to deal with the IRS and Uncle Sam in the US as well, right? But pay your taxes, right? Don't try and evade taxes. All right. All this sounds amazing, makes sense. Problem is I've signed up with 10 different AI image generators, etc. Would prefer to have a path scale. So cancel all those, sign up for the mentorship, apply to work, and you can get my post gen. And that's your fast track to success. Very helpful. I've been doing this for 4 weeks. I am busy. I have been slow, but up and running yesterday. Ready to receive money. Cha-ching. Nice. Excellent today. Great info. Tune in. Stay motivating. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for the presentation. I'm most grateful. I'm already in 4.0. Nice. It's membership. Cool. Okay, where is think? The link is in the chat. I already said this earlier. But FanView money is going to make it rain. I would gladly put when the FanView money is ready to rain. How many models would you say is realistic running at one time? I would say like three. You can eventually get three and run those yourself, and you'll probably make like 20 to 30K per month. That's what I have. Like I have at this point, I usually just do partnerships with people. That's really what I've been doing. Because again, I don't have time to be posting all day. And I do, even though I have social people, it's like that's kind of the deals that I have with partnerships, which I don't even have time to run those anymore. Because again, it requires mental thinking time, which I don't have at this point. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people running three models at one time with multiple accounts. And that's all they do. And again, they just have that type A personality, go, go, go. And they just drink a lot of coffee. So yeah, and that's really one thing with the models. It's like once you have one in one niche, great. Create one in a second niche, a different model, or you can just scale one model, right? You have her in one niche, cool. You know what? Like she's into football, but guess what? She's also into baseball. So create an Instagram with her as a baseball theme page, right? Like duh. So that's kind of how you run multiple accounts for the same model, right? Same model, different sub niches as well, right? Because technically, because of AI, you can create unlimited content and be in unlimited niches, right? Not unlimited, there's obviously a finite amount, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? And also I have multiple models and accounts. Do I need to separate phones for each of them? So you don't want to have different phones for each of your models, right? I have up to five. Even at this point, I usually do up to three Instagram accounts per device, up to three Threads accounts per device, one TikTok, and then one X account per phone. So that's the setup that I have. I just got here. Thanks for the input. Sorry you were late again. We'll send you the recording. Yes, I recorded this right now. Cool. What makes Claude better than ChatGPT specifically for this program? I just think like it's trained better on better data than ChatGPT. Um, And it just seems like, I don't know, Anthropic is really ahead of the game. Like they kind of want to make it different. And the fact that it knows how to code, it has this whole co-work thing. You can install it locally on your, I got a Mac Mini a couple months ago, which I love. The fact that you can install it locally on your computer and get it to like integrate and do stuff in the background while you're working is just, and it doesn't take up much memory on your computer. For me, that's really like one of the main reasons. So if it's not an RKO, it's not good enough. RKO out of nowhere. My post gen needs to RKO. It does. It RKOs all of them. Trust me, right? It's like a stone cold stunner, actually, I would say. Um, because Stone Cold was my favorite wrestler. I have my post gen and it rocks. There we go. And even then, Nicholas was it Nick? No, it was Oliver even said this. He's like, yeah, I just only use my post gen. And again, he barely speaks. His English is better than my French for sure, as I said. But he said this. He's like, yeah, I just use my post gen for everything. And I made 20. He made 25K last month and did 33K in 30 days. So Illuminati confirmed. Cool. No, where's so much safe, Maddie? No, we're stressing about with our parents. Yeah, enjoy your time taking care. You're a valued talent. I know, appreciate you're so helpful with all of us. Just how many machinery parts can our models have on FanView? I don't know what you mean by machinery parts. What if our model needs artificial? So yeah, just get a filter on your computer. It helps. I got these blue light glasses, so that's one thing. And I did get some prescriptions as well for my eyes, if that's what you mean. Um, how many machinery parts can our model have on FanView? I don't know what you mean by that. What's the credit package for my postgen? So you just need to set up a WaveSpeed account, I believe, and then I would just ask our team about that. I'm not sure specifically. Thank you, Maddie. Great take care of my snow girl. You're welcome. Do older female avatars do well? So I mean, MILFs and GILFs will always be a niche, right? Like, I like mature women. I like honestly, I just like smarter women, like younger women. I don't know. That's just my own personal thing as a guy. Like I just like women who I can talk to and have a good conversation with at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like if I meet a girl and she's like, "Do you like Bad Bunny?" I'm like, "Ooh, this is going on. Nice to meet you. Have a good evening," sort of thing, right? But if she's like, "Oh, like, have you read I'm curious, have you ever read Spiral Dynamics?" I would be like, "Oh my gosh, you are the best." So yeah, there's always going to be that as well, right? There's one page on FanView that crushes in the GILF niche. I think it does like 60 or 70K a month. Um, but yeah, I mean, those are niches. And again, have a GILF, create a GILF goth. Have you guys ever heard of a GILF goth? I haven't heard of that, right? By the way, here's my joke I came up with. I forgot. I should have used this in my joke, my video the other day, and I thought of it after. I'm like, oh, that's so good, right? When you put your prompt into Grok, it used to give you the not safe for work step, and now it doesn't. So if it doesn't, it's called Grok blocking. All right, guys, get it? Okay, stupid joke. All right, you guys can find that funny. You're the best. Love your energy and how much you care about your mom. You're very welcome. All right, does it say prices and stuff when you click on after it? Doesn't say the prices, guys. You again need to talk with our team because we have a few different offers about that, so you can discuss with them. But we do give you those bonuses, like I said. Can you give us an idea? Is the My Post Gen a lifetime subscription? It's not. I think it's for a certain amount of time. How much does chatter agency cost? Usually, chatting agencies, they'll take like 25%. I think with us, they take like 20% from what I remember. But even then, you're buying back so much of your time, and then you can just create content and trust me, your margins are still good there versus any other business model out there. Maddie the best. Love your energy and how much you care for your mom. You're welcome. You said I need a new phone to start with Instagram. If I have more than one model, how does that work? So just get multiple phones and multiple phone numbers and multiple emails and set those up. Hi, we're currently enrolled in your program. Do we failure our current model? I want to restart. Cool. Just email our team, support at Imagine Education, or inside a Discord, ask someone. Message me in Discord as well, and I'll hook you up. Don't worry. We want to buy a new email and select from your pre-mades. Can you help us? Yeah, so just message me, Friedrich Mikhail Gozen. Just message me or email our team at support at team imag or what is it? Support at imagineeducation.io. Yeah, support at imagineeducation.io or team at imagineeducation.io. How about the 30 days free FanView mentorship? They have a very basic course, but it's not the best to be honest. So, yeah. And even then, there's a company called Inflow, which is a chatting tool you can use for OnlyFans and Fansly, and now it's integrated with FanView. I just did last week on Tuesday and Wednesday. I just did that whole course for them as well. So, yeah, that's why I'm the AI warlord. Do you need a new phone for every AI model? Yes. What phone is better? Android, iPhone. You want an iPhone. iPhone 12 or higher at this point, I would go, right? You don't need 13. In a year from now, I'll say 13 or higher, but yeah, do it. Like you don't need one of like you don't need a 16 or 17. No. Just iPhone 12 or higher. That's literally all I have. Here's iPhone 12s and it works. I know you haven't included your content as AI generated fan view. It doesn't need to be every piece of media you add to your page. IG, the same. I not on FanView. You just need to make sure when you sign up, you're not. It'll ask you when you first get verified as a creator. Are you creating AI stuff or are you real? Choose the AI option. Then it puts this little AI enhanced or generated in your bio, and that's basically it. On Instagram, you just need to turn on this little when you post a story or a reel or an image, right? Just there's a little AI info label. Turn that on when you post. Have you heard that FanView now is? Have you heard that FanPlace now is let AI and AI model starts? Is this true? I doubt it. It would be better if someone can speak to me in French. I mean, I do speak a little bit of French, but we have some English guys. But yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. But yeah, there's a great translation tool we used called DeepL. By the way, that's a pro tip for you guys. Create a model in a specific country, right? Because there's some rich countries out there, right? Create one in Finland. And then when you get guys that come in, you just use DeepL to translate into Finnish, whatever they call Finnish. It might be Finnish, it might be something else. Um, but yeah, use that to translate essentially. That's what you really want to do, right? So yeah, that's really what I recommend doing because I've made a lot of money when I get guys that come in from other countries. They don't speak any English, and I'm like, oh, you speak this language? Cool. Like I speak that too. But I'm using a translation tool just so you know I'm not the person. Is that okay with you? Yes. Okay, cool. So we can still have this. Start a pod. That would be amazing. If you can get your model to start a podcast, right? Like you could probably use, there's one model out there. Oh, what's her name that I saw where she had this it's like this viral influencer, this AI model where she just does like talking to the camera clips. Um, I don't remember her name. I'll see if I can find it later. But basically, where she's just kind of like talking, there's talking to someone off screen. And yeah, I mean, if you were to do a podcast again, someone asked this earlier about live streaming. Live streaming AI avatars hasn't really improved much the last month. But when I figure it out, I'll be the first live streaming AI avatar as one of my models that I'm this red one that I'm going to create. And even then, I have a whole other niche that I would love to get into with live stuff that I would charge for. But yeah, that's another option. Other tools be able to do this. I mean, you could get her to, you could use infinite talk. You could give it an image, give it to VO, and then get her to say whatever you want. In VO or Grok Video, I would try, or One Video or Kling. Like again, generate the image in Nano Banana Pro or Nano Banana 2 is super cheap right now because it's kind of in its intro stage. So use Nano Banana 2, create the a picture of her like looking like she's talking to someone, give it the script, and then put a bunch of videos at that, right? Give her controversial opinions that are original and try like that. It's my second webinar. I like your way of thinking. You're very welcome. Before the seminar, I had a booking call with one of your agents and he gave me some reasons. We call. I just had a few hours. Cool. I would just talk with him about that because I don't have time for that, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Please, will you give us the time of future meetings? Hold on. Let me just wipe this. Now I know my friends who are like, oh, you just need to clean your glasses all the time. I'm like, why? It doesn't matter. Now I'm like, yeah, you definitely do. Okay, please review the time of any future Zoom meetings in more than one time zone. I've arrived about 55 minutes late in GMT. I'm sorry about that time because it's usually 5 hours later than Eastern, but I didn't notice. Yeah, it's because, yeah, we had daylight savings last week. I know it's going to change in Europe and the UK I think, on the 29th. So, yeah, apologies with that. Oh, sorry about that. How much you chatters? Yeah, I already said that like 25, 20%, 25%, 20% in any case. And they won't copy your model. Don't worry about that. Just ask them. You sign an agreement with them that they won't copy your model, so don't worry about that. How is if we are in European country regarding taxes? So I know, and again, I'm not a French guy. Or sorry, I'm not a French person. French guy. I'm not French. I'm not a tax guy. I don't live in Europe. I know in Europe you would deal with something called VAT, VAT, something like that, like value added tax or something. So you just need to make sure you're paying that. Okay. Like that's what you're doing. You need to put that into FanView. But again, you should be paying your taxes. I'm not a tax expert, but FanView pays out in a few ways to your bank account. They can send it if you can set up a Cosmos account. I've never done that. I just usually get paid to my bank account or I do a wire, right? I know things like Wise, for example, if you set up a Wise account, they won't like that you're doing FanView. So I would just send it to your local bank account, right? Or you can go to your bank, set up one bank account, right, for each model, right? Again, go to your bank, set up a different account for each model, and then when it goes to that account, funnel it to whatever other account that you want from there, right? This way all the money ends up in one place. That's how you should have that set up. But regarding taxes, you need to talk with someone locally about that. Any reason to use an Android phone like an S? I don't know. I just I never used an iPhone before 2 years ago. Someone was like, bro, just use an iPhone. Instagram and sorry, Meta and Apple have this Silicon Valley backroom handshake where they favor each other. So just use one of their devices. So if it's a newer Android, you could probably get away with it though, to be honest, because I think S25 is pretty new from what I remember. But oh yes, phone do have a working phone, like the number one SIM card, which I've used before, guys. iPhone, cool. And again, we show you this. You can get our feedback as well inside of the mentorship as well, guys. Got to mention that and plug the mentorship one last time, right? You mentioned using a new phone. Is this for the sole reason for having a separate number? Is that a traceable to any existing accounts? That's really the number one reason, right? It doesn't fingerprint it to your old accounts, right? So if I have my account and then guess what? Like I set up a new Instagram, guess what? It's going to be linked to all my other accounts there, right? And you never know if your other Instagram, your personal Instagram account was shadow banned. You don't know if your phone number was shadow banned by Instagram. You don't know if your email. So this is why it's like, okay, get a fresh device. Again, doesn't need to be new. Doesn't need to be a brand new iPhone 17. Like I said, refurbished iPhone 12 from Amazon or some local dealer is more than enough, right? Get a new get a new phone number for it, right? If you're in Canada, what I do is I just go to Dollarama. The SIM card is $4. And then the plan, I think it's $15 or $19 a month to set up. So it gives me a new phone number. I use that to activate it. I go to z2u.com, literally Z or Z2U. So Z, number two, letter U.com. Go there, buy an aged email. It's like 3, 4, $5. Get that. Use that to set up your phone, right? Have the data plan on your phone. Eventually, what you do is you get one device with all your data and you just tether them to one and use that as a hotspot. That's just what I do. And then, yeah, for TikTok, there's a whole other method, which we talk about in the mentorship, but that's more than enough to get you started for there. But yeah, that's really why. This way, again, you get fresh start with Instagram from the beginning, right? And you look like a brand new user with a brand new phone to them, someone who's never been on Instagram. This question, do we get tonight's recording? Yeah. So you do get tonight's recording if you join the mentorship, but you will send that to you regardless. How much is the total cost? You need to talk with our team about that. You remember me on your deathbed when you're a boner. Nice. Glad you like that. Do I need foul? No, you don't need foul. Or is Dream consistency better? Yeah. So like foul is an AI aggregator, right? It's similar to wave speed. So you don't need foul with this. You just need to again you need to like put a little bit of money into your wave speed account, get your API key from wave speed, put it into my postgen, go to Google Gemini, get your Google API key, go to Grok in Twitter or whatever, get your Grok API key, put into my postgen. And again, we give you an original license to set it up, and then you can use our tool to create as much content as you want, right? Sent you to DM in Discord. I did get your DM before this call, Roland, so I'll answer that when I get a chance. It'll probably be tomorrow or Tuesday at this point. Don't get a VPN, never use a VPN. There's things where you want to use proxies, but don't use a VPN if, even if you're not in the US. Instagram doesn't care what country you're in. They just want to see like if you're engaging really with US based accounts for the most part, right? So if you're engaging with US based accounts, if your model is posting as if she's an American, because you want to be focusing on the American market because it's the biggest buying market specifically with this industry, post in US times, have the device set up in USA English on your iPhone, engage with USA accounts, be following USA creators specifically, and be engaging with other USA guys. That's your fast pack. Talk like you're an American as well, right? Instead of using color with a U, use color without a U. That's what I do. How many FanView accounts can we have at the same time with government ID? So what you do is you set up one, and then once you have one set up, you can go to them. You need to have a payout minimum on the first though of $50, right? So you need one verified as a creator. You have to have been paid minimum $50, wait 7 days for payout, got paid payout. Then you email their team with a new being like, hey, I created a FanView fan account with the second one. Please help me convert it to a creator account. Usually takes them a couple days. They convert it into a creator account, and then you can have your second creator account set up there. All right. Love the Mac, my Mac Mini. Yeah, it really is. I didn't know co-work did well with this. We'll look into this. Nice. Don't care if it's only English. It's okay. Cool. No worries. Wow. Thank you so much for answering all my questions, dude. You're welcome. This is my first webinar, but I'm here for 4.0. Been sitting listening for a few months. Yeah, I would just get into it. A MILF or a 22-year-old doesn't matter, right? Guys get horny for anything. It doesn't matter, right? Like again, it could be, a 90-year-old, I don't know, 500-pound sphere woman with no teeth, and there would probably be guys that's into her. And again, maybe she could be a goth too. Probably work. Yes, there's a separate Discord for the mentorship. Had ISP issues and now able to log in. Will there be another opportunity to see this? Yeah, so we'll send you guys the recording. I sent you a message on DC and hopefully one of the coaches will reach out. Yeah, we'll make sure. So will Samsung Note. I would just do an iPhone. Don't use Samsung Note. Do I need iPhone for Fansly? No, so you just need the great question. You just need the iPhone for your Instagram and your Twitter account and your social media. To set up FanView, you can easily just do that on desktop, so don't worry. I'm on Namecheap. Nice. I love Namecheap. I only use that. Looking for what a dot .cam, not .com. Yeah, that's fine. You can use that if you save a couple of bucks for sure. I don't know what .cam is, but like .io, .ai. I probably wouldn't do .ai. I would probably do like yeah, .whatever. Um, or just find one where it is I there's just so much authority with a .com. So like see if you can add a word or something in between or a dash and yeah, it'll just give it more authority. I know so many of their AI generated models look very much alike in the face. Yeah. So is there only like 6 or 7 that models that AI recognizes? Not really. You really just need to generate as many as possible. People are just very lazy, right? So that's really it. But again, you could have the same face, but maybe she has a scar. Maybe she has darker skin. I only got a few more minutes, guys, and then my throat's probably gonna seize up on me when starting a new iPhone old phone requiring to log into Wi-Fi. So yeah, you want to do a factory reset. You really only want to use data as well. You don't want to connect it to Wi-Fi. You want to use data on the phone only. That's really what I recommend doing to just go viral. Because you look like a real user. Think about these phone farms and like click farms that exist everywhere. They're all connected to Wi-Fi on the same IP. When you use data, it creates an IP address dynamically on your phone each time you access the internet, right? So you're accessing it on a new phone number, aged email address, setting up a fresh Apple ID with all that stuff, setting up a fresh Instagram. It's not linked to anything else. You're on data each time you access it, new IP address. That's how you get away with this stuff. Yeah, so especially shadow ban, then can you reset in the future? So yeah, you can reset in the future, but you probably need to get another phone number or an email address to set up a new Instagram after that. And if you do that and you have the same thing, then again, just replace the phone basically. What if we use an IG? No, don't use an IG that has been met before but didn't do much with. It's a separate email, etc. But it's from my personal phone. I really wouldn't do that. I would set up a fresh one from the beginning. All right, guys, this is your last chance to ask me questions. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. But again, if you guys are interested, this is really your last chance to apply for the mentorship, okay? Because again, all those bonuses I mentioned earlier, right? Let's go through them one last time just to make sure, right? So all the other stuff, all the new stuff that I created personally that I worked on, plus these bonuses, unlimited portal access with evergreen updates, all the past 7 or 8 webinars I've done, access to my post-gen, fan view package as well with all the social proof stuff for your model, chatting agency deal that we help you out with, right? Making sure, again, by the way, as someone asked, no, they won't steal your model. Don't worry about that. They don't have time to, and you have an agreement with them, so don't worry about that. The X strategy with Ryan, that call is invaluable as well, because again, we'll help you with Instagram, but you have that call as well. And Ryan's in the community, so you can always ask him for help as well. So don't worry about that, right? We give you a pre-built model as well and 30 days worth of content, right? So this is really your last chance to apply. Only 5 spots available for this. Book your call now, because again, these are going to be gone within the next 48 hours. So I would book your call as of right now as well. All right. So what if we create an IG using our existing phone number with our personal IG? What do we do to correct that? Is that changing the phone number or the Instagram? So if you created one with your existing phone number, with your personal IG on your phone, it could still be linked to your phone though, right? If even if it's your existing, so if you have a phone number that you never used on your, I don't know how that would work, but if you have a random phone number you've been sitting on and you've never connected your phone to it, then yeah, you could do that. But if you've used your personal Instagram, it's probably been on that phone before. So that could link it to, again, it's probably going to fingerprint it to your other stuff. This is really why, like I said, just start fresh. There's really no workaround for this. I'm sorry. Like I was told this back in the day, I had all the same questions. And again, I just did what the coach said. I'm like, cool. Just get an iPhone 11 because that's you could get away with it back then. Got an iPhone 11, never used iPhone before. Got a new phone number again with Lucky Mobile, right? Same thing I said before with the SIM card. Got that, got a data plan, got an aged email address, right? Didn't have one, right? It needs to be an email. I would get a Gmail that's been at least a year old, get that from z2u.com, get all that stuff, set up a new Apple ID that you've never used before. Brand new Apple ID when you set up the phone, right? Put in the device in the US, right? Just put in some random US address there to get away with it. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about this. Just a any USA address to say you're in the US. Doesn't matter if you're not in the US and your IP on that you're using via the data isn't in the US. Doesn't matter. Set that up. Set up the Instagram. Start the warm up process. That's really what you need to do. I don't know about other phones and fresh start stuff that makes so damn hard. Yeah, so that's really why again you just want to use all that stuff which we show you. I've seen models called Willow or Athena Cursed. How is that possible? Called Willow or Athena Cursed. I don't know. I mean, if it's a name copied from someone else, then yeah. I mean, if it's Athena Cursed, then that's a niche where it's like she's like a sorcerer or something. That might be an original niche, but yeah. What happens if our super hot? What happens if I got all her paid content leaked to worst Russian piracy forums who totally ignore? Well, that's always a risk with any content, right? That you post, like, yeah, even if you post it on Instagram, it could get leaked. So yeah, but all right. So here's the thing: the guys that you get as subscribers, they don't know that these Russian piracy thing exists, right? Like if a guy wants to see your girl, he just wants it instantly, right? Okay, I could go to Alibaba and buy things from Alibaba and they're cheaper from Amazon. But I go to Amazon just because I have it on my phone and it's easier and I already have a subscription and it's all my information is there and it just saves me time. It's the same thing here, right? Like sure, you'll get the super cheap guys and those guys who do that, they were never going to pay for your content anyway, so don't worry about that. Hope that makes sense. You already had me. And is the upgrade to the mentorship going to be available once I take care and add some debt? Yes, you can do that for sure. You can upgrade to the mentorship if you're on the what's it called? Our setup package. You can upgrade to the mentorship and even the what's it called? And even the premium plan if you really want as well, right? So you just need to get in touch with our team, book your call now. I'm going in like 2 minutes from now. So this is really your last chance to click on the link. Again, here's the link. Go here, apply, talk with our team or again, you can shoot me a message as well inside on Discord, and I can put you in touch with someone on our team as well. I mean that Willow. I mean, what I mean is that Willow models and Athena models all look the same. I guess it's some sort of Willow model, state of the art. Oh, it's a chip. Okay. Okay, fair enough. All look the same. Okay. I don't know. I think if you generated 100 faces, you would find one original at this point. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, right? Again, this is part of probably where your prompting comes into play. You need to prompt it for something specific, right? Like get Claude to help you out with like describe the nose in a specific prompt, get the eyes in a specific prompt, right? The shape of the eyes, right? The shape of the eyebrows, the shape of the forehead, the shape of the head overall, right? The facial structure of the chin, the facial structure of the neck. When you give it those specific things, you will eventually get something original. It doesn't, I don't think it matters what you're doing here, right? And even then, you're overthinking this, to be honest. You're really overthinking this. Like, it could literally look like another model, and if it's in a specific niche, it doesn't matter, right? It will give some guy a boner and he will buy the content, so don't worry about that. All right, some of the guys you showed before in their earnings, if you said that they had a campaign on IG, why would that happen? So in some cases, we have students will do things that we recommend they don't do, but they do them anyways, right? Where it's like, yeah, like make sure you're labeling it as AI, and then they don't label it as AI. So that's really one reasons why they would get banned as well, right? If they sent their fan view link, which has happened many times via DMs to guys, you're probably going to get banned on Instagram for doing that. Don't do that. That's usually the reason it's happened. Again, don't do that. If a guy's chatting, even then, I just ignore all the guys' Instagram messages. I comment publicly. I ignore them on Instagram. If they want to talk to my model, cool. Go and talk to them on FanView and pay me some money. That's really the way you need to look at this. But that's usually the reason why. Again, maybe they have something like ManyChat set up as well, where it's automatically messaging them, and Instagram doesn't like when you're doing stuff like that. So yeah, you don't want to have that. I've got a handful of IG accounts. Don't use them much. Was thinking of deleting the old stuff. but creating a new one as well. So you could try that as well, or you can use them as mother slave ones, right? We're using them to just guerrilla comment on other accounts to drive traffic to your main one. That's worked well for me as well. Where I have a iPhone 11, I have like I don't know, 10 Instagram accounts running, and again, I just have they're like they're like kamikaze accounts where it's like, oh, if they get deleted by Instagram, whatever, right? But I'm basically just commenting as much. And then in the bio for the model, sure, it has a couple of posts, but it has the link to her main account in there, right? And I'm going out kamikaze style, just commenting on as many posts as possible, right? Knowing the account is going to get banned. But again, I've had the best result setting up a fresh phone, using our warm up process with a fresh model on a fresh brand new account, new phone number, data plan, email, all that stuff I said before. That's really how you want to have this. Can I have someone, i.e., take a look at my fan view to make sure I'm on the right path? Well, if you're inside the mentorship, yes. Again, message me. If you're in the setup thing, just message me and I'll help you out. Don't worry. Supermonkeyyhero@gmail. Just message me on Discord. Cool. I'm currently doing successful takedown of the worst piracy forums. Oh, that sucks. So for real human OF models, their AI model content being leaked, I can work with them to take it down. Cool. I mean, different people are posting as Willow. Okay. Sweet. All right, guys, that's really it for now. Again, last chance to click on the link, book your AI discovery call. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to head out because my voice is done and I'll probably won't sleep and I need to get early. But yeah, guys, it's been a slice. Your success starts now. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Again, I did record this call, so I will share this with you guys as well. What did we go? Wow, 2.5 hours. Damn, I was supposed to go 90 minutes. I went double the time for you guys because that's how much I care about you. Awesome. You guys are very welcome as well. You're very welcome. Awesome. Feel better. No worries. Really appreciate you guys. All right, guys, you're very welcome. All right, guys, I'm going to head out for now. But yeah, guys, last chance again. We'll send you guys the recording afterwards. I will take care of my mom. I'm going to spend some time with her right now. She's probably going to ask, like, oh, Maddie, like, how'd it go? Like, did your model make any money while you were doing the webinar? Like, did any of the guys chat with her? What about the other one? Like, that's literally what's going to happen. She'll be like, you're looking pale. The link is in the chat, not in the yeah, the link is in the chat, not in the Q&A. So if you go to the Q and the chat, sorry, there should be in Zoom and there's a chat option. Click on that and you should see the link there. So yeah, that's where it is. So you should see it. It says app.closed. It looks like this. Again, I'll post it in case you guys didn't see it, but yeah, it should be there. I'll post it again. Cool, man. All right, sweet. Okay, I don't know how to answer that question. I'm sorry. Cool. All right. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I'm tired. I'm getting tired. Anyways, guys, you know the deal. We'll send you everything. Don't worry about it, guys. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys for staying into the end. Go watch the rest of the Academy Awards or whatever. And yeah, have yourself a blessed rest of your Sunday, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.